Disclaimer: the Cesspit is not appropriate for any human person of any age to listen to. All views and opinions stated are meaningless and ultimately redundant. Any references to anyone alive or dead is purely coincidental, and you should definitely not take any health or life advice from these three idiots. Hello lovelies, and welcome back to the Cesspit with your hosts Kagan Hearn, Sage Firefly and Jennifer Stewart.
Hey.
Hey.
Today we're going to be covering a topic which is very close to our hearts. We would give a rundown of topics that this may trigger you on, but I think it's easier to just say, like, triggers for everything. Triggers for absolutely fucking everything. Today we are going to be discussing...
If you can think about it, there's a trigger for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So today we are going to be discussing a situation that we have been dealing with for almost a year now. And that is our stalker situation. If you follow us on Twitch or on YouTube, or you follow us on our social medias, you will know that we've been dealing with a stalker since the beginning of this year. But this is someone that we have known for years and known about for years. And things rapidly got 1,000 times worse as the months went on. Around about was it March? I think March is when things really took a turn.
It was around mid-March.
Yeah, so we are going to be going through basically everything in a little compact podcast. If you would like to watch the hours upon hours of evidence that we have collated, it is available on all of our YouTube channels. You can go and watch it from the beginning to the end. We have documented everything with the backing of our local police stations. We are currently in contact with our local police constabularies. They are aware of the stalker situation, and as we have our stalker blocked on all platforms and she should not be able to see our profiles or the things that we post, we are allowed to keep this evidence up. It all falls under fair use, and yeah, it is currently also being forwarded. Everything that's happening is being forwarded to the police. So don't worry about us too much. We are okay, even though this is going to be a touchy subject. And we have nothing in front of us, no keywords, no key hit points that we need to talk about, no script, nothing. We are literally just going straight in with this. This is something that we've lived with, so we don't need to write any kind of script. So it may be a bit here and there, it might be a bit messy or jumbled, but we're going to start at the very, very beginning. And at the end, we will be providing any helplines in the US, in the UK, for people who may be dealing with similar situations. And I think the best person to start this off, as they were the first person to unfortunately cross paths with Amber Marie Byers, because that is our stalker's name, Amber Marie Byers. They also go by A. Marie. They also go by, at the moment, they're going by Flowheart Agnes or Agnes Flowheart, and they have numerous alt accounts as well, and also have a wealth of alt accounts that are under different names. And so, yeah, I think the best person to take this away is Sage, because Sage was unfortunately the first person to come across Amber when Sage was actually underage. So the table is yours, bitch.
So it starts very young. I was like 15, 16, and I was in a relationship with one of her artists on her, at the time,
very illegal
record label. Very illegal record label. If anybody who happens to come across this that knows about it, D-Slim Records. I was dating and being groomed by one of her artists, Devin Lee Marshall Irwin. This isn't about him, but just in case anybody knows him.
Just because we don't protect predators on here.
We don't.
Yeah, no, not at all.
So I don't know really what they talked about and how it came to the conclusion of trying to add me onto the label, but she wanted to add me to the label. And so she had contacted me on my email, which I still have copies of the emails, and was like, send me your name, send me your age, some videos of you singing, which I was really into doing covers on YouTube at the time, so I just happened to have some ready to go. And then she sent me the record label's, like, I don't want to say contract because it wasn't legally binding, but she sent me the contract, which again I still have a copy of.
She also knew
And
Sage was underage because she
yeah,
asked
she
your
knew the
mum.
entire time. Mm-hmm.
She said that you needed to get parental permission. So she was well aware that Sage was a minor. She was also well aware that Sage was being groomed by Devon, who, how old would he have been when you were 15, 16 years old?
He was late 20s, early 30s, I believe.
Jesus Christ.
Because he was about 40 when I left him. So
yeah.
My gosh.
So yeah, she knew that I was underage. She knew what was going on with him, which we later got confirmation that she knew by herself and multiple other sources, but we'll get into that. So there was a call when she sent me the contract, and she said that I would have to have my mom sign it. And so my mom actually looked it over herself, and then she took it to like one of those free legal counsel places and was like, hey, this looks weird. Is this legally binding? And they were like, no. Somebody literally wrote this up in Word. What do you mean?
Yeah, like literally,
And
like
so,
Googled like recording contract, and it would this contract, if you would like to read it in full, will be on the Amory Snark subreddit, but also you can find it on one of these Stalker streams where we actually went through. It is unreal. It is unreal. It like it's like she looked at
it was literally
Scientology
an
and was like,
yeah, it was like
I
literally an
like the idea of
8-page.
putting. It was
It was like
she.
an
It's like
8-page document of I'm ripping all of your rights. Like,
yeah. It was literally. It's like she looked at the Scientology thing where it's like, oh yeah, you can sign your life away for like 1,000,000 years, and it was like, yes, I like that idea. It's so
it was insane.
it's so bad. It's so bad, and it was not notarized at all, completely illegal. And yet she used this. This obviously, is more than just Sage when it came to the D-Slim records, because she had numerous people on this label. She had numerous people on this label who she had made sign this contract and made them believe that this contract was binding. So they weren't allowed to record music for anyone else. When they got a chance to be in magazines or kind of blow up, because, some of them are actually very fucking talented, she turned around and was like, no, I'm your manager, and if you don't make me famous with you, you're not becoming famous. So many people were working for Amber under the guise of this false, dodgy fucking contract, which had no legal standing. And she basically used it to say that she had the rights to people's music, even though she didn't. It's kind of terrifying. But if you would like to read the contract in its entirety and have a good little laugh, it is available. And it will also be in the master stream that Sage is currently preparing, and will probably be airing next year on Twitch and on YouTube. So keep an eye out for that. Anyway, sorry, you continue, Sage.
I don't have a good time frame for that, because I've decided to just kind of put the brakes on it until she shuts up. So, because she never shuts up, and I can't accurately work on it if I still have stuff to add.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
everything, when I say everything that she's posted and has been doing is up on YouTube. Everything is up.
Yeah.
If you want to delve into this, if you want to fall down the rabbit hole, I'm talking like over 100 hours worth of evidence that we have collated, because she does not stop. She has not left us alone. So in a year, it's got to be over 100 hours worth of Stalker streams we've done now. I swear. It has to be.
Even now, we are
so long.
Even now, we're currently waiting for a good opportunity to update the stream, and she's still talking about us. Like,
Yeah.
we're doing our own stuff. We're living our lives right now, waiting for an opportunity for her to shut up. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, imagine sending a non-legal document that
To a
basically
child.
says,
Yeah,
"Oh,
to a
sign your rights
child.
away," to a kid. Yeah.
To a
So
child who
thankfully,
you
my
know your
mom.
friend is grooming as well. I think that is so
Thankfully,
important.
yeah, she knew. I wanna make sure that we make that known. Like, she knew.
Also, other
So
people that
thankfully,
were on the record label, let's just make this known as well while we're talking about this situation. Like, not only did she know, but and she will say like, oh, I had no idea, and I cut ties with this person that was on my label as soon as I found out. Not only do we know that that is a lie, but we have spoken to other people that were also on the D Slim record label, and they were aware of the situation because they had witnessed Amber and Sage's ex-husband having conversations about Sage and talking in code, and they had seen photos of Sage as a child, because Sage was a child at the time, as Devon's, who is Sage's ex-husband's, wallpaper. So
yeah, we've even like I even like got together a bunch of pictures that it could have been, because I vaguely remember what pictures he used and what he didn't, and I laid them out and we had them pick out the pictures, and they all picked out the same picture.
we got in contact with a few people from the D Slim record label, and not only was Amber aware of Sage's age, had tried to help Devon by grooming them, but also would they had a code, so he would say, oh, I need to speak about family stuff and show the photo of Sage, and then Amber would be like, let's talk about it over here. So people that were on the D Slim record label were well aware of what was happening. They obviously didn't know the ins and outs like Amber did, but they were well aware that Amber was actively helping this man groom a child. So but anyway, continues. So we've still got a little bit of context left to go before we can even get to the stalking, because I mean this is like 10 years ago, I think, that you first encountered Amber.
Yeah. So then after that, a lot of grooming related shit happened, where I don't know if you don't know like grooming tactics, they kind of love bomb you, and then there's like some big blow up, and then they make you feel like you need them. And during that blow up, Devin, his sister, one of his friends, and Amber were in a group chat, and they were all bullying me for some reason. I don't
A child,
know.
by the way.
I
Sage
don't
was a
know
child.
why.
Bullying
These
a
were
Yeah, I was
adults.
a minor.
These
were
were
all
adults.
Oh my god.
So
They were
did
all
you have
bullying me. And then
any contact with Amber after what happened with the D Slim situation in the end? Like, how did you lose contact with Amber?
so she says that I hacked her account. Her
Her
Facebook.
Facebook. Mm-hmm.
But I was a minor. I didn't know how. I didn't even know like her email at the time, really, off the top of my head. I only knew it from the one email, and it's not like I clocked that in. So what actually had happened was she had dropped Devin for some reason. She just dropped him off the label for some reason. And
I have context for this as well, because I spoke to her after, so I do have context probably that you don't when it comes to this situation.
At the time I didn't know, and I still don't really know why, but at the time I was gung ho for him. Like, I was protective because I was brainwashed. Like, I thought that he was my fucking savior or some shit. So we got into a group chat with her, and I was like, "Hey, why the fuck did you drop him? What's going on?" And I was trying to figure out, like, genuinely. I wasn't trying to be mean or anything. Like, I was genuinely just like, "Hey, what happened?" And she said that I was stalking her and that I was harassing her, and then she blocked me and left the group, and I hadn't spoken to her since. She blocked me and moved the fuck on.
What the fuck?
So did you have any contact with her from that time up until I had contact with her in around, I think it was 2019, 2020 that I reached out to her.
The only other context. The only other contact that I had was when we planned to meet her when I moved into Michigan, but we apparently did not. You would hear me in some of the streams saying that I did meet her face to face. Sorry.
Okay.
I'd gotten that wrong, apparently. It wasn't her, it was one of her associates that we had met. I apologize for that because some of my memories are still a little bit hazy. But that was like the very last contact that I was in the group chat when Devin set that up.
Okay, so then I think the next bit of contact we had with Amber was actually on my part, which is very strange. But I had found out about Sage through a TikTok situation and because I became friends with Sage. And this is something that we'll get into another day. There is a lot of like history and stuff that we'll obviously talk about because you guys will probably want some context. But it doesn't really have anything to do with Amber, so we're not going to get into it today. But what I did do was I found out that Amber had D-Slim Records and that Devon was signed to D-Slim Records and that Sage was also uploading on YouTube saying, this is for D-Slim Records, like they had recorded like a singing video or something, and it was like was it like a rehearsal or like something or like
it's supposed to be kind of like a audition.
An audition, yeah.
Like,
and
so like around the same time I had gotten the opportunity to go on The Voice, so I was like, fuck it, I'll do an audition for both of them. I'll knock them both out at the same time, and it was the same video.
Yeah. So what happened with me was I got in contact with Amber because obviously I was looking into Devon. I had become friends with Sage, and Sage wasn't at that point wasn't ready to even face the idea that they had been groomed. And I was like a dog with a bone, and so I was trying everything in my power to expose Devon for the predator that he is, and paedophile that he is. Let's be so fucking for real. And so I was looking up. I had done my research, and I had found Amber. And so I contacted Amber, and again, all of these screenshots are available on YouTube, and they will also be in the mega stream that we do. But I had contacted Amber and basically asked what her history with Devon was like. And Amber was very rude. She sent me a picture of her boobs. Which was completely inappropriate, and just sending me her music and stuff like that. And she asked to do a statement for the docuseries that I was working on at the time. And I was like, okay, brilliant, send me over your statement. And because this is someone that knew Devon when he was actively grooming Sage. And so I thought, she was going to send something of substance. Instead, she turned around and had this immense hatred towards Sage. And she said that she had found out that Devon was grooming a minor, and that it was affecting his ability to sing, and he wasn't taking his career seriously, so she let him go, which is, a little bit of context for you there, Sage, because that is why she let him go. It wasn't because...
What?
Yeah, it wasn't because you were being groomed. It's because he was focusing so much of his time on you. He apparently wasn't taking his career seriously, so that's why she took him off the label.
Fuck his career. I hope.
Yeah, and so I
hope.
And so I then uploaded her statement, even though her statement made me feel sick because she was victim blaming Sage. She had more hatred for Sage, like taking Devon away from the label, than she did for Devon actually grooming a child. And so I'm really sick about it, but it gave decent context and also a timeline. So I uploaded her statement. But obviously, I uploaded her statement because she hadn't got back to me about whether she wanted me to use a pseudonym or keep her anonymous. And so I just uploaded it as something like Amanda's statement. I uploaded it with just a generic random name, and she got so angry. She like commented on the episode and was like, you know, this is me and blah blah blah. And then she got into my conversation with her, and started going off. She was super pissed off because she was like, I'm a famous celebrity. I've walked with Ariana Grande. I was on America's Got Talent seasons 9 and 10, blah, 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 blah. People know me. So, like, my name should be attached to it and you should be linking my YouTube. And I was like, you are literally doing this for fucking clout. Like, this is about someone who has been groomed since they were 11 years old by this grown-ass man, and you are angry because I used a pseudonym because you didn't get back to me and because I didn't then promote your fucking trash-ass music. So that's how I became aware of Amber. And there was a lot of red flags with Amber, especially because, you know, I'd only just started speaking to her. She sent me a picture of her tits. Like, she was very... Just the things she had said about Sage on its own, the whole situation with Sage and Devon on its own, the fact that she didn't see an issue with the fact that this grown-ass man was grooming a child. There was just a lot of things. So I kind of kept an eye on her over the years, and as did Sage. So when Amber made a TikTok, it was kind of like, you know, when you watch someone because they're a car crash. It was like that. It was like, this person is just so cringe short, just like watching a car crash. So, you know, we would, you know, watch her TikToks and stuff. And then when me and Sage got back in contact, we were just chatting, and she was like, and I mentioned, because we obviously started talking about the docuseries and stuff, and like, you know, how it had affected both of us, and, you know, the outcome of it, and just the fucking burning shitstorm that it turned into. And you know, somehow we got onto the topic of Amber. And so, you know, just being best friends, when she posted something that was like ridiculous, we would share it and be like, oh my god, have you seen this? Because she would post some really vile stuff. Like, she would post really inappropriate stuff, especially when she herself will claim that she has an audience which is aimed at children and stuff like that. So she would post really just disgusting things, very like misogynistic, hateful things that she would post. And she would also dox people like on the regular. And we also noticed that she was scamming a lot of people on Facebook. Like, there are a lot of warnings on Facebook about her. Like, to this day, she is still scamming people on Facebook, scamming people out of money, making GoFundMes, which we will get into as we get further into this, because whoa. But yeah, so we would just, you know, we would just watch this cesspit going on. Which brings us to like the beginning of this year, when me and Sage first started actually streaming. And we had decided, because we had seen Amber had bought a review of one of her songs, which was so homophobic and transphobic. What was it called? Homo Xeno. It was just, I don't know who the person is.
It was about this, I think he was like a bodybuilder or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and she I think didn't Eminem diss him first, and then because she has this weird obsession with Eminem and his family, and you know, she then posted.
Yeah, he dissed him first, and then she was like, "Oh, that's a good way to get his attention." But she, for some reason, made this random dude out to get a gay trans person in the closet, when everything that I've seen of him, because I did a little bit of research, everything that I've seen of him, he's straight. He's straight as a doornail. Dude, fucking
yeah, but she
shit. Like,
yeah, but okay, like, but apparently if you're gay, you're not allowed in gyms anymore.
No, that's not what
I guess I'll just never go to the gym ever again. I'll go fuck myself. It's fine.
It's the perfect way to get away from it.
You know how you can tell, like, when somebody goes to the gym, like, if they're painfully straight or painfully gay.
Like, you can tell. The gaydar. He wasn't on the gaydar. He doesn't.
Yeah, he's not. she's headcanoned this random man as being gay and trans.
I think she uses things like she uses things like, you know, homosexuality and like just homophobia, transphobia, misogyny. Like, she uses it all. She doesn't give a flying fuck. Like, we'll get into some of the things that she's done that we have found out, because I mean, she has done some vile things to a lot of people. I think we need to talk about Snow. I think we need to talk about Danielle Bregoli. I think we need to talk about Hayley. Mathers.
She's also used a lot of pedophilic rhetoric as well towards minors.
She still does, massively. But so at the beginning of this year, if you know Crip the rapper, you will know that sometimes he will react to one of your songs or raps or whatever if you pay him. And so we had seen that Amber had paid for a review of this trash ass rap song called Homo Zeno, and Crypt had reacted, and honestly, like, he was getting paid, right? So it didn't stay up on his YouTube for long, and he was very civil and very like kind about it, but he was just like, you know, your mic quality isn't great, like you ramble a lot, you could have added in another word here and it worked. He gave some very good constructive criticism. And so we were like, do you know what? We'll react to her music as well. We haven't been paid. We can be a little more, you know, honest, if you know what I mean. Not that Crypt was being honest, but I think he just, you know, he's just been paid. He's not going to be like, bro, this is trash, you know? And so
we were doing it for funsies. Like, it wasn't meant to be taken like seriously or anything.
Before we get into that stream, though, I think you should mention how you contacted Amber and why you contacted Amber beforehand, because Sage had actually contacted Amber.
So before we even decided to do this, I had messaged her a little bit earlier, not the same day, but like earlier in that week, and I was trying to see if she remembered anything about when Devin and I were still dating.
Especially because Sage you were in the process of actually trying to bring charges against Devin.
I was in the process of divorce, and I was in the process of trying to press charges on him for everything. So I was trying to gather as much info as I could before I went in front of the jury to try and get them to move on with the case. So I messaged her and I was like, hey, do you remember me? And she's like, yeah, how could I forget you? Which, first, red flag, because like,
that's
if you were involved, why do you remember me? So I was like, all right, cool. Can we talk about Devin? And she ignored me. And then she sent me one of her songs, or not one of her songs, one of her videos, like a vlog or something, or maybe it was a song, I don't know. And then she asked me for money twice right off the bat.
Yeah, she sent a money request over Facebook, didn't she?
And I was like, listen, I don't have any money. I'm literally just trying to talk. Can we talk? And then me again, I sent another one of her links. And I will admit, I got a little snippy. I was frustrated. I was like, listen, I'm trying to have a conversation here. Can you please?
By the way, these screenshots are all available on YouTube in their entirety. We haven't edited anything out, so you can go and have a look and read this conversation for yourself if you would like to. Just interjecting. And everything we talk about today, I'm just going to make this painfully clear right now. If you have any doubts of what we are saying, every single thing that we are talking about today, we have receipts of. Every single thing we talk about on this podcast today, we have proof of. You can go onto our YouTube channels and you can watch every single Stalker stream we have done, and there is receipts for all of it. Every single thing. Every single fucking thing there is receipts of. So I just want to point that out. If you are sitting there and you're like, you know, you've made this claim, you can go and watch the Stalker streams. They are called Stalker Updates and stuff like that. They are all on our YouTubes, and you can see all of this go down in real time, and it's fucking insane. So we'll put the link in the description below so you can go and have a look for yourself.
This is Hearts Too Clever, singled by Tiny Vessels, available on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, or anywhere you can listen to music. Keep an eye out on this podcast, as a little birdie has it on good authority that the band may be making an appearance in one of our future episodes. Go and show them some love and add this bop to your playlist today.
But please continue.
So yeah, I was ignored. And then the time came for us to do our review. And I messaged her again. And I was like, hey, so my friend and I want to review your music. We'll do it on Twitch. And I was just wondering, if you wanted to come and hang out, like, you're free to come in. And she barrel rolled and sent me another link. And I was like, listen, I really honestly don't care. Can you please just have a conversation with me? And so then I left it at that. And then when we went live, I sent her my link. And she was like, if you don't care, then why should I care? I was like, all right, well, the offer's still there. Like, whatever.
So we started a stream. So we started basically reacting to her music, and the music is bad. Let's be real. You can watch this as well. This entire stream is up. We were reacting to the music, and there was a lot of her videos were very worrying.
You can say we were being shitty if you want. Like, you could say we were being
I would say we were being sassy as fuck, because there were certain things that were just disgusting. So she had done, some videos, and some of the lyrics were so transphobic, like misogynistic.
That's what I'm saying.
Just bad.
It's like, whoever can say we were being shitty, it's objectively bad. Like, we were in the right to, like, react to what we did. And it wasn't like we were trying to be shitty. We were trying to just bring to the fact that there were so many bad lyrics.
So she then came into the chat and she was like, you're not reacting to my best video. My best music video, my best song is a song called Hush Little Baby Dick. And so we were like, okay. And so we clicked on it, and it was cringe. It starts out with her putting yogurt on her face and pretending it's cum, and we were like, what's the context here? And then she had like a random baby.
Context. She asked for the context, and we didn't know the context.
And she was like, "It's cum."
In this whole situation. When we started talking about all of the shit that she did, she was like, "The yogurt's supposed to be cum. It was supposed to joke." When we asked like multiple times, like,
we were like, "What's the joke?
I don't get it."
Yeah. And so then she also, in this video, because this video was a song talking about a person's dick, it's called Hush Little Baby Dick. The lyrics were problematic as fuck. But also she, in this music video, had a video of a baby, like just a random baby, and she's singing about a baby dick. It was just very, very uncomfortable to watch. And so we are kind of like, what's funny here? Like, what's the point of this? And she got really annoyed, right? And so we were like, whatever. And we kind of left it. And then the next day, I'll let Sage take it, because Sage had been online for, I don't know, half an hour or so before I got online.
Oh, no. The next day we did another one. The next day. So we were like, oh, yeah. Yeah, we pissed her off, so here we are looking. We weren't trying to like start shit. We were just being petty. Like, we were just being petty. And
we had found a gold mine of really cringe, terrible music. Accompanied by equally cringe,
and more of her like
videos.
vlogs and stuff. Like, we just went down a rabbit hole. Like, it wasn't meant to be anything like serious. We were just being silly, goofy.
If someone's gonna put out cringe music, people are gonna react to cringe music, and you're like, well, what else has she said? Like, you're kind of curious.
Not just cringe, but like actively problematic. I think we also need to, because this will go in like a timeline, kind of, but.
But she's just the stuff that she has said.
We've seen some of her videos that we ended up finding later on, like, which we'll talk about a little bit later in the podcast, but the Snow situation, the Danielle Brigoli situation, we've actually spoken to Snow the product as well, and we reached out to her, and she's an absolute fucking babe. She is so sweet. But there was like a vile situation that happened with her, and like, but before we get into any of this, like, how it started, because we started obviously looking into her after she did what she did, but Sage had gone live, I think about an hour or half an hour before I had got on. It wasn't long. Sage had literally got online and was, you were just like messing with your like layout, weren't you, and your overlays and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was messing with like my chat and trying to figure out how to make it all pretty and stuff, because I was like, all right, if we're going to be doing that, because we had talked about like seriously streaming for a while. I was like, all right, if we're going to do this for realsies, then I got to make it pretty, because I'm autistic and I have to customize everything or else I don't want it.
Yeah.
So I was just fucking around with my overlays, and I was trying to figure out how to do my chat and stuff. And I was in Discord with Devin's sister at the time, who we had contact with, we were friends with at the time. And yeah, just a whole bunch of shit happened that was not supposed to happen. So
I logged on just as this started happening as well. So
yeah, I mean, so she logged on and all she hears is Devin's in my chat, and she goes, "What?"
Mm-hmm.
So we were under the impression that
Sage's
ex-husband, my ex-husband, was in my chat, and with his name as the username, he was stinging me. He was saying he was outside my house, or that he was going to come to my house, and that he was going to kill me. And oh my god, that was a deep inhale. and that he was going to do all this stuff, and blah blah blah, and that he was on his way.
And then he was saying he was outside. He was like outside your front door.
He was in my lawn. And my amazing, beautiful partner, thank fuck, was in the chat at the time. Was just listening to Nay and I talk, about whatever. And she was moderating and got rid of, who we perceived as my ex-husband. Love her for that.
Before we go on, this is also when Jenn came in. So Jenn, do you want to just say your bit about how you ended up coming into the stream, because you witnessed this all in real time as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I think I was a day after. I think I was the day after it happened, because I remember.
Explain a little bit about your background of Amber and how it culminated in you entering the stream.
Okay, so my background with Amber, she was friends with my partner Shane, and they wasn't really friends. They were more just acquaintances. She wanted to help him out with, his YouTube and stuff, even though he didn't need help. She was just more like a fan in a way, we felt. And so we felt bad. So we were like, oh yeah, we would talk. We would just chit chat that back and forth. We had I don't know. She's just, I've always had a bad feeling from the get go. And I'm I don't know. It's kind of weird, because the first conversation he had with her was her boobs kind of thing, and she had a knot or something in her chest or something, and had to get boob job or something. I don't know. It was really, really weird conversation to start off a friendship with. So I've always had really bad red flags with Amber. So I gave her the benefit of the doubt. She was sending stuff, just being a fan, trying to, help Shane with his videos and yada, yada, yada. And, at one point we had an argument about something. I don't even remember what it was about, but I was like, I'm good. If you want to be friends with Shane, you could be friends with Shane, whatever. And I had just stayed away for a good while, and I really barely talked. The only reason I kept her on my Facebook was exactly what you said. It was like watching a car crash. It was just entertainment. Yeah. It was entertainment, because it was she was always suing someone, she was always doxing someone, she was always doing this, she was always posting a drama, her music videos, she would donate songs to me and Shane, and it was just cringe and car crashy, and doxing people walking by her apartment, and it was just crazy. It was like watching a car crash and you couldn't look away.
Yeah.
So after that, she had said multiple times that she was going to come to Huntington and she wanted to come hang out and this and that. Well, then I was like, well, you know, there's a whole thing, like, you can't stay with us and so on and so forth. So the first time she, like, sold her ticket. She sold her ticket the first time, and I have no idea what that was about. But the second time, she was this year, that was like, she wanted to come hang out, and she was like getting away from her apartment and this and that and so on and so forth. And
she had told you that she was just coming to visit, didn't she?
Yeah, she kept telling us that she was just going to come visit, hang out, and then that she was going to leave. And then it kind of turned into, well, she made a whole non-profit organization on Facebook to clean up Huntington's shoreline or some dumb shit.
Yeah, she was fully planning. So basically, she said to you, didn't she? She had gone to, I think it was Homeless Transitional Services, and they were going to pay for her ticket to Huntington if she was allowed to stay at your property. And she was actively telling other people at the time. Shane and Jenn weren't even aware of this, but she was actively telling other people that she was going to be moving in with them and like staying on their couch. And so she was planning on moving in with Shane and Jenn, even though Shane and Jenn hadn't consented to it. And what she was trying to get, was it Shane to consent to like being her carer or something?
Yeah,
or saying that she had somewhere to live?
Yeah, she wanted Shane to lie to these people. She said that someone was going to call him, and if he could just say, yeah, that she's going to be staying with us, to lie to get this ticket, because this project people was going to help her get a ticket to come here if she had somewhere to actually go or whatever. And we had to like lie for her and be like, oh yeah, just say the word yes, is what she said. Just say the word yes to them, and that would be it. And then she gets the ticket and she could come here. And I was like, don't you dare tell those people yes. Do not lie for her. Like, that's no. Mm-hmm. That's a big no. Like, I don't even know where the money's coming from. Who is getting it? Like, is it from the government?
And then you become responsible for her. Like, she could turn around and be like, you know, well, he said that I could live with them, and God knows what situation you would be put in if you've like basically signed a contract or like, you know, agreed to a verbal contract of looking after or allowing this person to live with you.
Yeah, and then we would get in trouble like if she would like turn around and be like, oh no, you can't stay here, and then like as living on the streets and then get us in trouble. Like, that wasn't happening. No way.
And then she had a plan, didn't she, when she was gonna turn up without yours or Shane's knowledge?
Yep, she had a whole plan. We did not know this at all. We were blindsided when all of this started happening. We went somewhere and we came back home, and Shane got a message, and it was a message from Amber with a Twitch link, and she said in the chat, it was like, these people are bullying me and so on and so forth. And I was like, fucking bet, I gotta see this shit. I've got to see, like, there ain't no way that no one is fucking bullying her. I want to see this shit for myself. So I had logged on, and I was in chat for a little bit, and I was like, whoa, what the hell's going on? So I was looking in, and I was quiet in chat. I didn't even let no one know that I was in there. I was just kind of watching. And then I was like, these people aren't bullying her. What the fuck is she even talking about? And then y'all had started talking about what she had done, and I was like, holy shit. And then someone else had messaged and was like, I know the whole thing, like, she pretended to be this person, like we have said, we have all the screenshots of this, we have proof of everything. He said, she told me straight up that it was her, and she was going to make another account and do it again. And I was like, you better tell them or I will, point blank period. Either one of us has got to tell them. So he ended up telling you guys that it was totally Amber, and that's when y'all found it was Amber. And we were like, girl, what the hell are you doing? So Shane was like, you better apologize to them. That's fucked up of what you did, or we're not gonna be friends anymore. Like, I'm cutting you off. Like, that's so fucked up. And it was totally crazy. And then, so after all of this came out, that's how like I got introduced to you guys. And because I had jumped in chat and I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is crazy. And then because I think Sage was like, oh wait, are you Shane Vlog's girlfriend? I was like, yeah. And
when she pretended to be my ex-husband, we didn't plan on talking about her anymore. We had done our two little silly things, and we were done. Like, we were planning on doing TikTok cringe, actually. And then
we got the screenshots sent to us.
After it came out that it was Amber, we were like, all right, fuck it. We'll see what else she's done. And then Jenn came in the chat and was like, hey, I know you guys.
The screenshots that we got sent, by the way, just for a little bit of context, this person had sent us the screenshots. It was a conversation that he was having with Amber, and he was obviously watching the stream, and Amber was watching the stream. And she's actively, and again, these screenshots are all available for you to read on YouTube. You can go and see this all for yourself. And Amber was basically saying, like, watch this, I'm about to scare the shit out of Sage. And then she's laughing about the fact that she's just pretended to be, she's just sent Sage into fight or flight. Like, Sage is literally having a panic attack. And she's laughing about it. She's saying it's hilarious, and she's like, it's evil, I know, but you know, it gets them off my back. It was strategic, and like, she's like, watch this, I'm gonna make it worse. Like, she was being it, like, the screenshots are absolutely disgusting. Like, they are psychotic, absolutely disgusting. But also, before we like move on, so she was planning on going to Huntington, wasn't she?
Yeah,
but she had a plan to go and stay in a motel because she was planning on doing something super, super fucked up to Jenn.
Yeah, so like I said, like that's how I kind of got introduced to you guys and how the whole situation kind of unfolded. It wasn't till after that till we had to initially apologize to people because we had started having people come out. Because we had posted like, hey, we're no longer associating with this person. If this person has reached out to you asking for money and da-da-da-da, because we found a lot more shit that was going on. We just want to, say our sincere apologies. If this person has contacted you, please reach out to us if they've bothered you and this and that. Then we found out...
She was asking Shane's viewers for donations, wasn't she? She was asking Shane's viewers for money.
She was asking our fans for... money, a place to stay, a job, this, that, anything and everything. Like, she was just asking and begging them if they have it and if they could give it to her and so on and so forth. We didn't find that out till after all this shit came out. And then it was absolutely insane, and we issued an apology, and then somebody else had came out and was like, hey, I have to tell you this, now that this stuff is going on, I feel really bad about this. There was a whole plan that Amber had made up that she was going to go to a hotel with Shane's cousin when she got in and act like Shane's cousin was getting beat up, and to call us saying that she was in trouble and getting beat up and send us into flight or flight. It was just, oh my God, it was fucking terrible. It was like, could you imagine getting a phone call in the middle of the night saying that someone is getting beat up and like, what, it would send me into a fucking panic. Like, what the fuck? Okay, well, I'm gonna call 911 for one. I'm gonna get the police there. I'm gonna get the ambulance there for one, for two. And then, could you imagine that would get me in so much trouble for one, a false police report, and then for another, like, they would be in so much trouble. Like, it was just absolutely fucking sickening and disgusting. And knowing that she had watched my video about my mom getting beat up was just like the icing on the cake, because it's like, you've seen my reaction of how my mom got beat up, and it's like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah. And so that's how we kind of all got in contact, because I think after that stream we all got into a group chat to kind of discuss the situation.
Yeah, because I was telling you, I was like, I've just watched Amber over the years, just, about the Amazon thing, about this thing, about absolutely everything.
Being sexually inappropriate with pretty much every man that we had got in contact, every man that was in that group chat, she had been sexually inappropriate with.
Every single one. It was just like, we had so much.
We'd sent them like topless photos, like it just completely sexually inappropriate, and just very, very, just very, very uncomfortable conversations. And so that's how it started. So we started doing a bit of a deep dive into Amber's older videos. And we found some of them, and again, all of this was done live on the stream. And I think one of the oldest ones we found was before she had transitioned, and it was on a YouTube account that she had only uploaded one video to. And basically it was aimed at children. it was made for kids. It was literally like a video made for kids. And she was like, I'm going to be like your agony uncle. Like, if you have any questions, you can come to me. Like, if you want to talk about like relationships or sex, stuff you can't talk about with your parents, you can message me and like you can email me and stuff like that. And it was so uncomfortable, especially knowing, you know, what had happened with Sage and Devon and her history with, you know, enabling groomers. And so that we found that one, and then we found a Snow the Product diss, which was horrific, like racist, fucking misogynistic, just absolutely disgusting, sexually inappropriate, like just vile. And she had been stalking Snow. And so we contacted Snow the Product, and she is an absolute fucking sweetheart. And Sage, you spoke to her, didn't you? And had mentioned
I messaged her and I was like, hey, so we found this video about you, and
we're dealing with Amber.
Yeah, we're dealing with her. We're planning on talking about it. I was wondering if you could give me some context. And she said, oh yeah, Amber's absolutely psychotic and dangerous.
Yeah, basically told us to be careful. And yeah, it was wild. So we also found videos of her making songs about Danielle Bregoli, who at the time was a minor. And they were sexually inappropriate, very, very disgusting. The lyrics were, how can I put this?
Pedophilic.
Do you know, I'm not even gonna pull my punches. She's basically in these lyrics, and again, if you want to watch these songs or whatever, she's talking about, oh, it's so uncomfy. She's talking about Danielle Bregoli fucking her dad, like being molested by her mum and her dad. Like, it's very fucking disgusting. She had done the same thing with, who else was it? Was it Hailey? She did another song about Eminem's daughter. She's done
one about Danielle. She's done one about Hailey. I think she also tried to do one about, it was either like Whoa Vicky or Little Tay or something like that. It was one of the other ones that were like up and coming.
Yeah. All children at the time, by the way, not Hailey. No, Hailey wouldn't have been a kid at the time, I don't think.
No, Hailey would have been over the age of 18.
Yeah, but the rest of them were underage, and it was just disgusting. So we were finding all these videos, and we were like, oh my God.
We made they were underage before we, said our piece as well. Like, we double checked.
And even if they weren't, the content of those songs and those raps are fucking vile. Like, even if she was just talking about someone who is of age, they were fucking disgusting. Like, she has this weird obsession with people fucking their dad, with people fucking their family members, with people fucking animals. Like, she's just not right in the head. Yeah, and so we started finding all these, like, problematic as fuck videos. She did one which was about racism, and oh my God, you have to see it to believe it.
Yeah, oh my
God. She tells this fucking story, and I shit you not, right? I swear to God. So she tells this story, right, and she's talking about racism and blah, 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 and how it needs to stop. And this is when the BLM movement is fucking going on. She manages to make it about herself, and she tells everyone that she's mixed race. She's not. She's fully white. Both her parents are white as fuck. But she's like, she lies. Like, for example, she's used the N-word on numerous occasions, and when she's been called out for it, she said, oh, but I'm half black. She's not. She's fully white.
With a hard R, by the way. She's whiter than snow and using the N-word with a hard R.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so she also did like a song which was like appropriating Native American culture or whatever. And she then, when she got called out for that, was like, oh, I'm actually half Native American. And no, you're not. No, she's not. Like, she's just, it's insane. So we've started finding all these
She said,
problematic
I'm
videos,
pretty
but
sure her post about it was like, I'm half white, half black, and like 21% Native American. And I'm like,
because I
bitch,
was like,
you've
that's not how
already been
percentages work.
100%. What do you mean? You've already
That's
hit
not how
100.
percentages work. Like, the fuck are you talking about?
And
But
then there was
no,
another one where she was like, I'm 21% white, and I'm 21% African American, and I'm 21% this, and I'm 21% that. I'm like, girl, no, you're not. You're so white. What do you mean?
yeah, she is. She is. Both her
You think
parents are white.
so is spicy. Like, come on.
Yeah, so we found this video that she had put out, and she had done it for followers. She had done it for views, because the amount of time she's like, I'm not even doing this for views. I'm not doing this for followers. But she was. She put this out during the fucking. It is so like tactless. It is just disgusting. So she tells this story.
Bad.
She tells
It's
this
so bad. I
story
can only laugh.
about how, I think that she says her friend was like walking down the street one day, and he saw this black man and this white man fighting, and like she doesn't say what they're fighting about. She just said that her friend was walking down the street one day and she saw this white man fighting with this black man, and so her friend went up to the white man and the black man and took their arms, pulled out a knife, cut their arms open, and was like, what color is this, about their blood. And they were like, and then apparently everyone just gasped, and then apparently he just ended racism then and there. I shit you not, that video, it is on YouTube if you want to watch it. It is the fucking craziest thing I've ever seen. I was just like, it's just full bullshit. She did another video which was like extremely insulting. It's called, oh my god, what is it called? Beautifully.
Yeah, beautiful.
Oh my god.
Beautiful alley crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, beautifully
yeah, it's like
crazy.
Beautifully crazy.
And in it, she's like pretending to like be. This is someone that has clearly never experienced mental illness or issues with their mental health, and she is just. It's like. You know when you see something and it's like, oh my god, that's not how it fucking works. Like, I don't know what she was trying to portray, but it was insanity. Again, if you want to watch it, it's up on our YouTube. It is just like, as someone that deals with mental health issues, we all do. Like, we have, I've got BPD, PTSD. We've all got diagnosed like with actual mental health issues. And I don't know what she was trying to portray, but it was so insulting. It was basically like, the very typical like punching themselves in the head, sitting on the floor, rocking back and forth, and then just having like Joker monologues, and then talking to herself, who's like the bad version of herself, but like, and trying to be deep, but it makes no goddamn sense. So it was like, oh my god. And she got pissed off. Like, she was pissed off, and at this point she's already watching everything we were doing, right? So, but then things kind of took a turn, right? So she's already like starting to watch everything we're doing, absolutely everything we're doing. And I think it was in March, wasn't it? Because I'd gone away. I think I'd gone away for the weekend when this happened.
I think it might have been April.
Yeah, I think it was April. Because
no, it was March when I went away. I looked yesterday.
It was March.
Oh,
yeah. It was March.
Oh, maybe it was later in March, because the incident, as we call it, was around like the 20th, 21st.
I'll tell you the exact day it was. That she posted that the lyrics about us. Hold on.
Because I sent her the message about, hey, we're gonna go live about your music on the 20th, and then
it was the 30th of March. So it was 10 days later. We hadn't streamed in a while because I had gone away. I had gone away for like, I think it was like a long weekend, and
a fancy ass castle.
Mm-hmm.
You know how I do. Wanted castle as well. But anyway, I'd gone away, and we were all in a group chat, and we were just like, this Amber situation. But at that point, it was like we were in a group chat and we were like, have you seen this? This is fucking insane. Because not only had we found like YouTube videos, we had found videos of her doxing people. She had doxed herself because she's not smart. She had doxed some random woman that worked for Amazon, like a HR worker, who had basically told her, like, you know, you're not entitled to, you know, any kind of severance payment because you didn't work here. You literally just came in for training. And so she doxed this woman's number and her name and stuff. Like, there was all this stuff that she was doing. And so we were like, oh my God. So at this point, we're kind of just watching, if you know what I mean. We had done a few streams. She had, you know, she had said, because after she had done the Sage thing, she had made comments about myself. She had spoken about an attack that happened to me in 2019. She didn't know the context of, obviously had no idea, but had, like, you know, I don't know, maybe heard me talk about it or had found an old post or something. And so she was like, haha, you got raped in 2019. And like, she was just being vile. She was just posting this vile shit. But at that point, we would just like, you know, okay, whatever. And so we were all in a group chat, just like, this is fucking insane, and kind of bonding over like the shared insanity that is dealing with Amber. And so I had got away, again, this is 10 days after this first happened. So this is how quickly it happened, where things went from 0 to 100. So I was away. This was like 2 days or a day after I had received it, because that photo was taken like the day that I came home. But I think it was the day that I went. And so it hadn't even been 10 days. It must have been like a week. And she had posted rap lyrics. And should we just read them out? Hey lovelies, popping in here to let you know that we are currently fundraising for mind.org.uk, a mental health organisation based in the UK that have helped many people, myself being one of them, in their darkest hours. I know I tell you every stream to take your meds and hydrate, and that's because I do the exact same thing. And sometimes we need a reminder. And if it helps to normalise treating mental illness and remove any kind of stigma from being on medication, then we will always be there to remind you. Mind are an organisation that not only share invaluable information on mental health diagnoses, symptoms, advice on getting diagnosed, statistics surrounding mental health, and also host a ton of resources from DV hotlines to LGBTQ plus focused help. If you're struggling, they can be a massive help with helplines, text lines and chat lines, and people on standby 24/7. There'll be a link in the description box below, but in case you're the type to have a pen and paper handy or be at your desk with an open browser, you can donate by heading over to www.justgiving.com/page/thelilabides to make a donation. Every penny goes straight from Just Giving directly to Mind. You can check Mind out at mind.org.uk, and please remember that if you're in crisis, dial 999 or 911 if you're in the States, and please reach out to someone. You're loved, you're valued, and you deserve help and healing. Thank you, Mind, for all that you do. And with that, let's get back to the podcast. So this is a week after she posted this, right? And she tries to get away with it because she's like, oh, it's a rap. It's not a rap. She had literally written down these lyrics and then posted them. She never actually rapped them. But she thinks that because it's a rap, she can't be held accountable for it, right? So this is what she posted.
Free speech is not freedom of consequence.
Mm-hmm.
And this is she uses. This is only like I don't think this is all of it either. But she posted, here, doggy, doggy, doggy. Sage got a bone for a puppy. If you think I'm talking pussy, nah, I don't want a kitty. I'd rather beat you till you're bloody with those ears that's pointy. Especially when you claim you're a teaser or that your so-called autism is severely getting the best of your psyche, meaning you are a bully that will go at anybody till they bow to your knees and you'll pull on the trigger claiming it's a trigger warning. For everything I'm saying, bitch, you haven't been seeing me. When I go insane, start killing anyone that starts stepping. I'll be here, being the first doing the shooting, ready to fire back till you're admitting you're wrong about you alleging I'm raping, but I'm rapping. You in cellophane as you're gasping for air, hard coming. When you're tied up gagging, bitch, shut the fuck up, stop lying. I only wanted fun as I'm cutting, decapitating and castrating anyone that's defaming and slandering. my name, like Shane when he's crying. Since his dick's not growing, try growing balls, but nothing's swinging except the shit you're saying. That's only one part because Jesus Christ. Yeah, that was on the 31st of March that she posted that. Hold on. Let me go back.
There should be a second part that
there is. There's a bit where she literally threatens to rape me, and I was like, okay. And then she put, attacking, hating with allegations that have no foundation. It's just accusation after accusation, wildly on your mission to destroy the way I'm living. Bombs are dropping and exploding. My artillery is firing back as you claim you're dodging nuclear bombs, but you're failing to see that you keep fucking up and convincing yourself that you're right and I'm lying. Bitch, I'm with your conscious eating it like a heart with iron. I'm flying on that stall to take out Shane that keeps calling me insane. Hose off like Bane, gasping for the blood rain. I'll hit like a train as I make you feel like a grain. So fucking small like Tony's penis. Sage, I hope you hear this. My ass is what you can kiss. How's it like going at celebrities? Saying you want to be a doggy, bitch, go to Devon for his fake wee-wee and go wee little piggy. Stomach so low it hits your fucking knees, but you thinking you're sexy when you're like a beach whale scrunch face. Try running, bitch, you can't keep pace. I could feed you to pigs, leave no trace, and still wouldn't catch a case. It was about it was about a week after we had done the first stream discussing the situation.
And how it was escalating, because it was like, okay, this is getting too out of hand.
Yeah,
so
it was
she
about
even
a week
said that Eminem inspired her to create this monstrosity, by the way.
Yeah.
So she said, exposing a group of phonies, Sage, Keegan, Jenn, Shane, Cade, Renee, and Tony, put them in a cell no longer in my memory. All of them can get fucked in my laboratory. I'll get some chemistry. When these bitches think about me, maybe they want to see if I really got a dick or a fucking pussy. How about all y'all get in my BED? It'll be a flubbery orgy. As I'm fucking Keegan, I'll rip that pussy, make it bleed, and you'll see a real psycho, D-Slim ready to rock and go, to get a horse dick and flow. I'm sorry, that line always gets me. Come all over the haters that think they know me like, damn, I'm on stage ready for my show. Grab the mic while Tony's snorting blow. See Chris is his mistress in stress, because I'll caress the mic crazy. Me is the best. And I think there was more to it, but I don't have it on the screenshot at the moment.
There's so much. Just scrolling through finding that, there's so many screenshots we've got where she's talking about, again, like being half black. There's screenshots of her talking about fucking horses and wanking off horses. Like, it's unreal how much there is. When I tell you there is a wealth of, like, there is, like, I don't know, there's got to be over like 20,000, if not more, screenshots of all this. Like, this has been non-stop since like March, non-stop, every single day. And so we did like it's really shit, but it was just like a bit of fun. We did like a A-Marie diss, because we were like and so we did an A-Marie diss, and that was what spurred her to do that. And in our diss, it's literally just like the most stupid thing. It's up on YouTube if you want to watch it. It's just the most stupid thing we did on Band Labs. And then it was fun. Adorable. It was fun.
I don't know why.
It was adorable.
I don't know why she got so mad. It was so cute.
I think she got mad because we did it in 5 minutes.
Like,
It was a tongue-in-cheek, like, you know, but I don't know. I think maybe she was mad that we did it in 5 minutes and it was better than anything she'd ever put out. But like, there is no way we're going to be able to cover everything she has done today. So I think we just stick to like the main points. So she then just she kept escalating. So we have had to block over 20 accounts on every single social media of hers. She is still finding ways to view all of our stuff. I think things like she she started buying subs, right? This is when things started getting a little bit fucking crazy. So she started asking for people for money on Facebook and on social media, saying that she needed it for food, she needed it for cat litter, she needed it for like stuff like that. And all of it was going on buying subs. So she went from 3,000 and something subs, which she had had since 2009 on YouTube, to, what is it, 270, nearly 300k now. But she shot up in literally like, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks. She went up to like 100k. Like it's unreal. No engagement. Like we watched in real time as she was buying them in increments of like 10 or 100. It was absolutely mental. And so she
currently has 199k.
199k. So yeah, so she's not monetized, she's got no interaction. These are all bot subs, they are not real. We watched her as she was buying them. But things kind of got a bit fucking insane because she wasn't paying her rent. She had basically, what she had done is she had said that she had a job at Amazon. She had applied for a job at Amazon. She had done the training. And because she had said she had this job at Amazon and, you know, was planning on having this job at Amazon, before she literally only did the training. But at the same time, she had gone to this this landlord and said, hey, because this landlord was doing something where the first 6 weeks of the tenancy was rent free. So the first 6 weeks you don't have to pay anything for rent, right? But the proviso of doing that is that you have to have a full-time job. Like you have to be able to prove that you have a job and that you can pay the rent. So what she did was she applied for a job at Amazon so she could say that she had this job at Amazon. Then she got this apartment and got the 6 weeks free. But then she did the training and then she refused. She refused to work at Amazon anymore. She said it's because she's disabled, because she's been lying about being in a wheelchair for like, this woman can walk, right? But she has been rolling around in a wheelchair for what, 4 years now or something?
Yeah.
Because she had a hairline fracture in her foot. My nan, my fucking nan has just broken her entire ass. Hold on 1 second. My nan just broke her entire ass fucking foot. Like, really broke her fucking foot, right? And she has been unable to walk on it for like 6 weeks, and yet she is still able to walk in her boot, right? My aunt broke her entire fucking leg, like absolutely shattered her leg because a ram rammed her in the leg because, you know, she's an idiot and she decided like to go into the ram field. Whole story. And she's walking again, and it's been like, I don't know, 3 months, 4 months, like. And yet Amber, who had a hairline
they're going
fracture,
to take her foot, by the way. She said
it was going to be amputated.
Yeah.
Yeah. She said her foot had to be amputated. She's been rolling around in a wheelchair for 4 years and she had a hairline fracture in her foot. She's fine. She can walk, right? She's been lying about like diagnoses. She's been lying about being disabled. She tried lying to, what do you guys call it over there? SSDI or SSI?
Yeah,
SSI, the Social Security Administration.
Yeah, so she tried lying to them saying she was disabled, and they were like, okay, well, we need to do an assessment on you. So they checked her foot. And we know this because she posted the letter where they say we did an x-ray and you're fine and you can walk and you are capable of holding down a job. She posted it to TikTok. We all saw it. So she's not disabled. And then she tried saying that they refused her benefits because they were transphobic. Not because she can fucking walk, but because they're transphobic. There's nothing in that letter that is transphobic at all. It's literally just them saying you can walk. Like, we've done a fucking check on your foot and you are fine. It's healed. There's no reason why you can't work. And so anyway, she said to Amazon, like, she basically applied to Amazon.
Here it is. I'm going through my drive and like organizing it while we're doing this because I'm a multitasker and a bad bitch. And here it is. They're gonna cut my foot off. Is the the copy of the video that I have.
Jesus.
This is another thing, right? Amber also, she's always like, you know, oh, they're talking about me. Like, how do they know this stuff? Because you post it. She was talking about how she had been diagnosed with this, that. They're all our diagnoses, by the way. Like, she's never had these diagnoses, but then she found out that we had CPTSD. She found out we had BPD. And so she started saying that she had it, right? And I was just like, what the fuck? And then we found a video on her YouTube where she had, without the doctor's consent, by the fucking way, she had set up a camera in like this doctor's office where the doctor couldn't see it, so she could record the entire session. And she had recorded this entire meeting with her doctor. And the doctor is like saying like, okay, I'm just going to have a look at your medical history. She has a look at Amber's diagnoses. Amber's official diagnoses, her only diagnoses, are gender dysmorphia and hay fever. That is it. Mm-hmm. That is it. She literally posted it herself to YouTube. And then when we were like, here's proof that you're fucking lying, she's like, she deleted it. She made it private, or she unlisted it, or whatever. And so, like, she's the stuff that she's posted to TikTok, the stuff that she's posted, everything that we have ever shown has been stuff that she herself has posted, right? But then things got really fucking bad, right? Because she decided to dox Sage. Sage, I'll let you, because I think I was away. I think I had just either gone away or just got back when this had happened.
Yeah, you had just gotten back. It was either the day before or the day of you getting back to your house.
No, I just got home because before you even woke up, I debunked it. But continue. That was
because I didn't even know you were live debunking it when I found out.
Yeah,
but apparently,
I think it was
at some point, Amber had decided that the best course of action, after threatening to unalive us, after threatening to rape Keegan, after all of the shit that she's done, she for some reason thought that the best course of action would be to dox me. So
like full on dox Sage, like like Google Street View of her house, like a fucking all of it.
Gave a route to my house.
Yeah, it was like a fucking road map.
A whole fucking the directions, like bitch. And she made this YouTube video doxing Sage, and she's speaking in this really weird like southern cowboy accent. And she's saying like, oh, it's time to hunt the fat girl and stuff like that. And she then lied when she was called out on it, because I would just like to point out, we have never started shit. We have never been like, oh, let's like piss Amber off. All we have ever done, and you will see this if you like look on the YouTube, after we initially found those videos, like the problematic videos, like it got to a point where all we were doing was documenting it. So like after that first week where we were like, oh my God, these videos are insane, Amber had lost her shit, and we were like, okay, this is actually quite serious. And so all we do, and all we have been doing, is whatever Amber has been posting about us, we just go live and we go through it. So we're like, she posted this, and then she posted this, and then she posted
every
this.
Now and then,
That's
every
it.
now and then, when there's not enough to do a stream, we'll supplement it. We're talking about it on Twitter. But that's all we've done is we've gathered evidence, and we haven't instigated or anything. Like, we've literally just shown and talked about what she's doing to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she doesn't like the fact that, you know, that she's been shown. She doesn't like the fact that her actions have consequences. She doesn't like the fact that, like, she's made herself look bad.
3 capable women, or 2 capable women and a dog, who not going to be silenced. Like,
not only did she like dox Sage, but then when she was called out on it, she turned around and she said, oh, that was a police officer that did that. A police officer told me to do that, and then did the video, even though it's her talking. It's insane.
I also would real quick like to mention how my minor sister lives at the same house that was doxed as well. So not only was I put in danger, but so was my family.
She also tweeted, because she messaged Sage, right? And she was saying to Sage, because this is one thing that she keeps doing. She keeps saying, I will stop stalking you when you stop exposing me for stalking you, right? And when you've deleted all of the evidence of me stalking you. And we're like, no, that fucking evidence is up. The police are aware of it. It is literally us making sure that we have a fucking paper trail in case you make good on your threats of murdering and raping us. Because not only has she threatened to murder and rape us in rap lyrics, she has outright said, like, she's posted like a screenshot of a fucking plane ticket saying she's coming to the UK. She has outright said numerous times that she is gonna go to Sage's place or to Jenn's and kill us.
She messaged me the day that Keegan debunked it. I had looked at my message request on Twitter,
well,
and she was in there in the message request, and she fucking paid for Blue, so I couldn't reply. And so she said a bunch of bullshit about how, like, oh, delete it, blah, 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 you're so fat, you're so this, but I couldn't reply. So then she got mad that I wasn't replying, and then called me a keyboard warrior and said that she was a mile away from my house and was going to kill me in my sleep.
Yeah, she said she was a mile away from the house, she was camped in the woods, and that when Sage went to sleep that night, she was going to basically burn the house down.
Yeah, see, with the same video, she also, with saying along with that there was a police officer, she also contradicted herself again, saying, oh, it was an April Fool's joke, because if you see the date that it was posted, it was April 1st, it was April Fool's Day.
It wasn't.
It wasn't. We debunked that.
It was literally the last day of March. We found out about it on April 1st. It was literally the last day of March.
Yeah, like,
and then obviously
and also, April Fool's jokes are supposed to be funny, not fucking threatening people's lives.
Exactly.
Also, because it got debunked, she then did another video where she said she was going to Alabama, which is where it is the state that Sage lives in, and she basically had this like road trip video that she had put together.
And she said she was gonna go find out more about me. Because
she said
I had gotten arrested for something, and she was like, I'm going to go find out the truth, when it was literally just, I got wrongfully arrested for stealing food. That's it. That's all it was.
And so she basically posted this like montage of like a road trip video driving through Alabama, and Sage was asleep at the time, but me and Jenn were awake, and I was like, give me 5 fucking minutes. Just give me 5 fucking minutes. And I found the most, I don't know how the fuck I found it, right? But I found the exact 4 fucking videos she had used from this random YouTube account that had posted like videos of them driving around Alabama, and literally put it side by side. Every single fucking video that she had posted in this montage, I put side by side with the actual video from this YouTube account that had posted it like 8 years prior. And I was like, there you go. And literally, by the time I literally found it, I was just like, bet you're
insane. Waking up to Jenn being like, hey, Sage, you've been doxxed. And then I was like, what? And then like literally 5 minutes later, I go to Keegan's Twitch, and she's like, it's okay.
Yeah, like, she's not actually coming.
She did dox you, but she's not in Alabama. It's fine.
It's totally fake. Yeah. Exactly, because we were
she's like, I got good news and I got bad news. The bad news is you have unfortunately been doxxed. The good news is she's still in her apartment.
Yeah, like it was totally fake. We totally debunked that shit like real fucking fast.
And so then she started doing. She's done a lot of random shit. We're gonna get to the bigger stuff in a minute. But she's done a lot of like just random shit. So doxing us, making up like random accusations that are just bullshit. Like at one point she said she was talking to my mum, and she was like, your mum's so disappointed in you. I'm having a lovely conversation with her right now. And I was like, okay, bet. So I messaged my mum and I was like, hey mum, I was like, this is the situation. And my mum responded just dragging Amber, and Amber went off. Amber, when I tell you, Amber fucking lost it because my mum was just like, okay, like basically dragged her and was just like, what the fuck? And then Amber didn't like that. So they're just little things that she had done. She had gone live, and it was her on one of her phones recording herself watching it. She was on one of her phones live, recording her phone, recording off another phone, which she was like watching our stream on, and she like lost her shit. Like, she started slamming around her apartment. Like, she went into her room while leaving the phone recording our live stream, and you can hear her just like going ape shit in the other room. And we're like, what the fuck? And at this point, we still had a bit of empathy for her, because we were like, you know, maybe she's just, you know, maybe I don't know. We didn't know, right?
She's troubled. Maybe something happened in her life. Maybe she's got something going on. We ended up, like, you know, having lovely conversations with her family and stuff, and found that was not true. But we still like, we still
found out a lot
okay,
from her
we need to make sure that she doesn't hurt herself, because that's not the goal. The goal is for her to fuck off.
So we called in a wellness check. Like, we called in a wellness check, and we were like, you know. But then, you know, we don't...
She lied to them when they got there. She lied, because you can hear them banging on the door.
She did the abuser thing. She went from having a meltdown to being like, no, everything's fine. Mm-hmm. Everything's totally fine.
You could hear them banging on the door in the live. And then she left the room. And then she puts up, like, this little paper that was like, you tried, or something like that. Like... And then later on, she posted about how the cops came to her house while she was live, and how we were trying to accuse her of abusing us, when we literally were just trying to make sure she was okay. And we were actively live at the time too. We were actively live, watching her, watching us. It was so meta. Mm-hmm. It was so weird.
Yeah.
So then shit got a little bit weirder. Like, and bear in mind, right, we are literally, like, these are little things that happened. Like, these are like some of the more important things, but the entire time she is like tweeting about us, she's posting about us constantly, non-fucking stop, making fucking raps, making fucking videos, making fucking TikToks, posting to Twitter. Like, she will not leave us alone. She's making alt accounts to follow us. Like, this is all happening like 24/7, no respite. Like, the things that we are mentioning are like just bits and bobs. If you want to see like the hundreds of hours of fucking streams that we have covering all of the evidence, again, they are up on YouTube. We are just hitting, like, you know, the main points. But so she's not paying for her rent. All of her money is going on buying subs, right? So she then gets a fucking letter in March, by the way. She got it on the 4th of March, so before any of this started. And it was from her landlord saying, hey, you owe this amount in rent. If you don't pay it, then, you know, you're going to be in shit. You need to pay this, basically. This is from the 4th of March, before any of this happened, before we even started covering her, right? Because she posted a screenshot of the fucking letter to TikTok. So anyway.
You like reading? I know I do, and I enjoy it from the comfort of my own home, and you can too. With an affiliate link from one of our hosts, the thelilabides, you get a Kindle Unlimited 30-day free trial. In that 30 days, you could read an amazing book, such as Blush or Bleed by K.L. Hearn, both following Ren and her story of survival and life after horrific trauma. What is a Kindle Unlimited 30-day free trial? It is a great way for customers to explore over 1 million books, thousands of audiobooks, and popular magazines on any device. Great benefits include unlimited access to over 1 million ebooks, a rotating selection of popular magazines, thousands of books with audible narration, and you can read at any time on any device with the free Kindle app. You can sign up now at https:/amazon/3UYPCKB. Again, that is https:/amazon/3UYPCKB. Also, the link is in the description below. Thank you. Happy reading.
But anyway, so she doesn't pay her rent. She's not paying her rent, right? And all of the money that she is like scamming from people is going straight on buying subs. And then it gets to the point where she owes like 7-8 grand in rent, because she's not paid rent the entire time she's been living in this apartment, right? Mm-hmm. And so they're like, you need to get out, you're being evicted. So she turns around and starts this narrative that we are the ones that got her evicted. We didn't get you fucking evicted. You got yourself evicted for not paying rent. She started saying that we had made her lose her job at Amazon, even though she had lost her job at Amazon. She hadn't lost her job at Amazon. She just didn't want to work there anymore.
Yeah, she quit.
She said
she quit her job.
She quit her job at Amazon, and this was before any of this even started, before we had even covered her fucking videos. So, but no, she was blaming us for that. I would also like to say, right, that she lost her job when she worked at Disneyland in Anaheim, in California. And basically, she had lost her job in Disney. She was summarily dismissed and escorted off of the premises because 12 different women had reported her to HR for sexual harassment. And she was summarily dismissed. They came and they got her, and if any of you know anything about being summarily dismissed, it basically means, right, when they come and get you, escort you to get your shit and then escort you off the property because, one, they're worried that you've committed a crime, or two, they are worried that you're a risk to yourself or others, okay? So 12 different women had reported her for either sexual assault or sexual harassment. She was escorted off the premises of Disney and she lost her job there. She also lost her job at Home Depot for the same fucking reason. And this is from her own mouth. She posted a TikTok basically saying, like, I was fired from Disney for, 12 different women saying that I'd sexually harassed them, sexually assaulted them, or blah, blah, blah. And then she said they just didn't understand that it was because I'm trans and they just didn't understand being trans. And it's like, excuse me, give women some fucking credit. We know when we're being sexually harassed. We know when we're being sexually assaulted. We're not sitting there like, was I just sexually harassed, or is it just because I don't understand what being trans is? Like, we know the fucking difference. Like, you had 12 different women who all made the same allegations.
I would like to really quick insert also that she ended up later on in this whole timeline. She later on tried to blame me as a fucking 10-year-old for her losing her job at Disney.
Yeah, she did. She said that Sage has been ruining her life. And she lost her job at Disney and Home Depot because of Sage, even though Sage would have literally been 10 years old. But she also lost her job at Home Depot for doing the same thing, sexual harassment. Women had reported her for sexual harassment. And so that's why she'd lost those two jobs.
Yeah, and even with the Amazon one, her quitting Amazon was before all of this stuff started as well. Like, I didn't even know you guys at the point because I had watched her dox her HR lady on YouTube.
Yeah, because we contacted, when we saw that on TikTok, this was before we even started doing the stream about her. This was like a month, 2 months before, maybe even, it might have even been the year before. But we had seen her dox her HR lady, and we emailed the HR lady and we were like, hey, you might want to see this. And we screenshot it and we sent a link to the TikTok, and we were like, this, you've basically been doxed.
Yeah, because
she then posted TikTok.
Actually, I actually ended up having an interview with one of the representatives to explain further, and she ended up deleting those TikToks before they could even see them.
Yeah, she did. She did because I watched it happen because I was like, she's not allowed to do that. Like, you can't do that. I remember watching it with Shane, and I was like, she can't do this. Like, what she's doing is totally illegal. And then she even recorded the other conversation of the HR lady coming to her and be like, hey, we got told that you recorded our conversation and put it on social media. I remember watching that one too. That's when
she deleted them because they had called her first.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, we were told that you did this. And she was like, oh, fuck. And so she deleted them. And then the next day or the next day after that, I had an interview with one of their representatives. And I was like, yeah, no, she definitely did. She probably deleted them. That's bad on my part. I should have screen recorded. But I swear on you, like, she do something about it because, like, get a legal representative or something.
She recorded herself. She loves to, we'll get to it. She loves to claim, like, Tea Party consent, but, we'll get to it. Anyway, so she basically turned around and she recorded,
but it doesn't apply to her, apparently.
She recorded this. This whole video was posted to TikTok. She recorded her conversation with Amazon and recorded her on the phone with Amazon And Amazon are basically saying, like, we've had reports that you doxed this HR woman and had been posting stuff to TikTok. And she's, like, acting so sweet, like, no, I haven't posted anything to TikTok at all. While she's recording a video to put on TikTok.
Yeah.
And so she then put that up on TikTok, and it was just like, what the fuck? And then, so just these are just little things, but this is before we had even kind of got in contact. Shit started getting real. So she's obviously made threats to rape us, she's made threats to murder us, she's made threats to come and kill us, blah, 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 blah. She's done all of this, right? She's tried copyright striking our videos, which obviously doesn't work because it's fair use. And also everything that we've been doing is transformative, and our own screenshots and stuff. So she has no leg to stand on when it comes to like copyright because, you know.
No leg to stand on.
But it's unreal. Things started getting like really, really bad. I don't know, maybe like 3 months ago. So she's always been sexually inappropriate with us. If it's not, she posted this video, right? She posted this video and it is about half an hour long and she calls it a short film. And all she does in it is she basically takes like she's washing up. Her house is always filthy. Like, don't, if you want to know about the toilet coffee machine.
I'll summarize it. It's literally a 20-something minute long video of her confessing feelings to me. Let's be so fucking for real.
Yeah. It is. It so is. Oh my god, the toilet though. Oh, I'm so glad.
I don't want to think about the toilet. No.
She basically like, she takes a video and she's doing the washing up, and then she picks up her phone and she shows it on her other phone what she's recording on, and it's like Sage's not safe for work Twitter, and then she's like, what the fuck, and like has a bit of a like, I don't know, mental breakdown. And then she like goes over to her sofa. This is someone that can't walk. She like dances over to her sofa, like flop on her feet, by the way, bitch can walk. She then flops down onto her sofa
like
and then rolls
fish out of water.
And then rolls on, like flops onto the fucking floor, onto all fours, right? Where she then, oh my god, where she then says, I don't even like girls. And she's looking at a picture of Sage and she's like, what the fuck? Like, I don't even like girls. And then she like, the only way I can describe this is accurately, is she puts her hand into her asshole and then she rubs it and then brings her smelly ass hand to her face, sniffs her fingers, licks her fingers, and then does like this weird cum face and then like collapses in pleasure. It's so fucking weird. And it's just uncomfy. So that was
all she did. All she did was tell us that she has a crush on me, and that she comes in 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Over the smell and taste of her own fucking rancid ass, her unwashed ass.
That's it. That's all she did, and that's still up, by the way. That's still publicly available. She has not deleted it. She's doubled down on it, actually.
So then, this is when shit started hitting the fan. So we were live, right? And she started tweeting at us in real time. And we were like, oh my God, fuck off. Because to be fair, we don't enjoy doing these stalker streams. We have to get through it. Like, we would rather be gaming. So when we're doing a stalker stream, we're like, for fuck's sake, let's just power through it as fast as we can, right? Mm-hmm. So when she starts replying in real time, we are tired. We're like, fuck off so we can go to bed. Like, we are done. We want to drink, chat, have a little after party on Discord, like maybe stream or game for a bit, and you are just fucking dragging it out. But so she just started tweeting in real time, and then she posted this fucking video, and this, oh my God, she posted this video and she starts, the only way I can just someone explain the video, the one where she's like, I'm good with a tongue too, that one.
Oh, ew. Oh my God.
Okay.
She basically sexually.
I got it. Yeah.
She violates us.
She's the only way I can explain it is
A violation.
Accurately, she sexually assaulted us through the phone.
For real, for fucking real. That is exactly what
and
it is.
You may hear that, and you may think, "Oh, it's not that big of a deal." The video is on all of our Twitters.
Bitch. Watch it and tell me that was not a violation.
It was.
Go watch it and tell me you did not get sexually assaulted through the phone. I dare you.
She basically starts saying like, you want to fuck me? You want my dick, bitch? Blah blah blah. And then she starts saying,
Hugging
you want these big ass titties, and then she like flops around her tits. And then she's like,
and she jiggles.
And then she's like, I'm good with a tongue too. And then she like wiggles her tongue. And then she starts wanking herself off underneath her tracksuit bottoms. And then she posts a fucking photo afterwards, and she's like gripping what can only be described as fabric, because bitch,
there was nothing there.
Like that, yeah, for real. There is literally nothing there. She does not have, like, what are you doing? And she's like, come and suck my dick or something. And we were like, oh my god, it was repulsive, like fucking repulsive. Like our reaction was just like, what the fuck?
The whole time we were tweeting back, like we were tweeting on our own Twitters, by the way, like we were tweeting on our own accounts, not replying to her, but in a way because she was stalking our accounts, and we were like, no means no. No, leave us the fuck alone. This is sexual harassment. Leave us alone. This is gross.
Mm-hmm. Bear in mind, we have her blocked.
Yeah, we have her blocked.
We have her blocked. So the fact that she's seeing our responses or seeing anything, because she is constantly, like, viewing our stories. She, like, I can post a story, within 5 minutes, she'll have watched it.
Mm-hmm.
Within 5 fucking minutes.
Same.
I just want to say also, when all of this started, one of us, I think it was both Keegan and I, just haphazardly, just in passing, we're like, why are you so obsessed with us? You must want to fuck us or something. And she started out being like violently against even the idea of it. Like, no, I don't like girls. I like dick. I like guys. Blah, 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 blah. Cut to now.
And she posted on fucking her community tab, I just want to find a nice, what did she say? A nice young girl.
A nice girl. A nice young girl to plant my seed in. And also she posted on her Instagram status that she wants to fuck me.
Mm-hmm.
Cringe.
So after she posted that video, shit got wild, when I tell you. Mm-hmm. So she posted that video, we reacted to it live on stream, she deleted it pretty much straight away, realised, oop, I fucked up, and so she faked her own death.
She genuinely thinks that deleting things makes them go away, but okay.
When I tell you, I'm not even lying to you, this bitch faked her own fucking death. She faked her own death, said that we had murdered her in an attempt to try and get us swatted. Mm-hmm. Who wants to tell the story? Which one of you wants to tell the story?
I think Jen should. We've been telling stories. I think Jen should tell this one.
Okay, I could tell it. So yeah, she went as far as faking her own death. Made 2 fake obituaries online. She had even made a tombstone at one point of a she went so far to make a fake tombstone.
Yeah, on the fucking it was literally the top Google search.
Yeah,
the
first one.
It's like, do you know your meme or some shit like that?
Yeah, the first one that we found, it was the very first one, like, tombstone, I don't know, like, Google search. It was the easiest first one. And, like, we had noticed that it was, like, a fake obituary, and we were like, bet. Yeah, because, like, there was no way. So, this whole thing was going around on Twitter, and, like, she was faking it, and, like, oh, my name is, I don't remember who it was
one
of her friends that took over her account, and somebody else had her cat, and so on and so forth. So, like,
we spoke to the friend, and she hadn't even spoken to Amber. She didn't know any of this was going on.
Yeah, she had no idea that she had faked her death or anything. Of our streams.
She literally spoke to Jen in full, and we've got that on one of the streams if you want to hear from her. But it was fucking insane. But then, continue, Jen, continue.
So at one point, I was like, okay, let's look into this. So we looked at the obituary, and one of the obituaries said that she had a knife protruding from her neck or something like that. I don't have it in front of me, but it's like we've been saying, it's on the streams. So I was like, okay, let me call the coroner's office because I'm in a one-party state. Like they could talk to me. So I had called them and I was like, I just need to know, someone's on my friend's account and, you know, going around saying like, oh, she has been stabbed in the neck and the police are doing an investigation. There's like a whole obituary and da-da-da. I'm just kind of worried. I just need to know. Like, everything is on the streams. So
yeah, have you had a body come in with a knife protruding out of his neck, basically?
Yeah, basically. And it was like, no, we haven't. So I was like, so someone's probably on her account and just, you know, messing around, you know, not very funny, like, but, you know, just messing around with people. And she's like, yeah, I would probably get that taken care of. I was like, yeah, you know, we figured. So we called to make sure she wasn't dead.
We also called some hospitals as well.
Yeah, called hospitals
in case she had like attempted to do something else. Like, we wanted to make sure before we talked about it, we wanted to do our due diligence and make sure that we knew for a fact that she didn't actually try to do anything, even if it wasn't what the obituary said. We wanted to make sure.
The obituaries were being posted by someone with the username A Marie, which is the fucking username that Amber uses. It's her stage name. So the fucking obituaries were being posted by...
It was AB, which we found an old YouTube and an old beat, I think it was like a SoundCloud or something. We found old accounts of hers that had that same...
Yeah.
So then we started contacting the friends that were apparently commenting and posting on her accounts, right? And so we speak to them, and they send screenshots, and they're of Amber saying like, I'm pretending to be dead. Like, Amber just actively saying like, I'm meant to be dead. Remember? Like, all of this shit. And we're like, are you fucking serious? And then she posted that she had died under mysterious circumstances. And then on this fake account, which she was posting on, pretending to be like a lifelong fan of Amber's, she was posting...
Amber fan, fucking
she posted mine, Sage's, Jen's, and Shane's usernames and our full names, and was
pictures.
Like, these and our pictures, and they were like these people are responsible for Amber's murder. Please report them. So that she was trying to get us swatted, right? Anyway, I don't know how the fuck she came back to life. I can't really remember what she did, but all of a sudden she came back to life.
She said that the bullying and stalking and harassment got so bad that she just had to fake her death to get away from it. She used the same excuse that she used when she re-traumatized me, basically. She had to get the heat off of her.
It was strategic. It was strategic.
She also put out new music, and it was coming back from the dead, because I remember... putting it on the YouTube account.
Yeah, she said
it was like coming back from the dead.
She posted a new song. It was like, this was and said it was the friend, and the friend was like, this was pre-recorded before Amber's death.
Yeah, and I was like, fucking idiot. Like, no, it wasn't. It's you being alive, because we know you're not dead.
And it took her like a week or two, by the way. She was dead for a week or two before she came back, and it was full force too.
It was so quiet and nice. It was so...
kind of, because like they were still like posting
She could have left it at that. She could have stayed dead and we could have all been done. But no.
She just shut the fuck up or disappeared or just been like, you know, but she didn't. She came back, right?
Yeah,
she
that's
came
why I
back
was like, even when she was
got
dead
upsetty spaghetti that we weren't talking about her. So she was like, oh shit, I should come back.
Yeah, because even with her being dead, the new songs were coming out, and like us being reported for murder and all this bullshit. Like, even when she was dead, she couldn't shut up.
For her, it was never about, oh, they're bullying me, they're doing this, they're doing that. It was for attention. Whereas we were literally being threatened. Our lives were being threatened. There's a clear difference between what we were doing and what she's doing.
Considering she had our addresses, she had doxed us, and there's another thing I would like to, before I go on to the next fucking heinous thing that she did, I reached out, I will say this, and I did this with Sage's full consent, right? I reached out to Devon, who is Sage's ex-groomer husband, because I knew that he was in contact with Amber, because Amber was getting information that only Devon would know, right? So I contacted Devon and I was like, what the fuck? And Devon for lack of a better word, is fucking terrified of me. So straight away, I was like,
terrified of me too, honestly, but more scared of you.
Yeah, so I was like, I want to know everything. I want to know what the fuck has been said, because what the fuck have you told Amber? And so he sends all of these screenshots again. All of them are available on YouTube. You can go and watch it. And they are Amber saying that she wants to burn us alive. She wants to shoot us in the head. She just basically fantasizing all the ways she can kill us. She wants to
me and my family out of the house that my parents own and bulldoze.
She's delusional as fuck. She's saying that she's gonna get a mansion and that she's gonna buy Sage's land and then bulldoze the house and then build a theme park there, and what she was gonna name it something that was just super fucking insulting. And she lives in a fucking fantasy land. I swear to God, she lives in a fucking fantasy world. And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy myself a mansion, then I'll buy you a mansion, and then I'll buy a recording studio for D Slim Records. This woman is 40 years old, may I add.
I think it was also 40. A water park. It was a water park for kids.
It was a water park.
A water park for kids.
It was also an innuendo.
Yeah.
And it was also a sexual innuendo because the name, I forget what the name was, but it was something, it was a sexual innuendo for squirting. And then the funniest part about that to me is that she was saying that she was going to kick me and my family out of our house. My parents own this trailer, and then bulldoze my parents' land that they also own.
Yeah.
So she would have to take them to court.
Fucking delusional.
With what money as well? She lives in a fucking fantasy land. But then things get fucking serious, and this is not fucking funny because
things
my
have
God,
gotten serious multiple times. She ramps shit up to 100 and then goes back to that silly, goofy trolling level and then ramps it back up. Girl, pick a side of the spectrum.
Yeah, exactly.
So things got really fucking bad though, and this didn't just involve us, okay? So there was a murder near where Amber was living. A woman called Melissa Dubane, rest in peace, was murdered by her neighbour. It was fucking horrific. And Amber started covering it, calling herself a reporter, right? So she started going to she joined this Facebook group with Melissa's family in, because Melissa was missing for a couple of days before they found her body. And so Amber was joining the Facebook groups and stuff like that. And she was basically posting in these Facebook groups, I'm going to be there with my camera tomorrow. I'm going to be the first YouTuber reporting on it. If anyone wants to give a statement or if anyone wants to be in the video, let me know. And I'll be handing out free hugs and stuff like that. So she
also told them to come to her before anybody else, before the cops or anything.
Yeah, exactly. And so then when they found Melissa Dubane's body, she went to the memorial and just started recording her family who had gone there to lay flowers and whatever. And Amber was just recording them without their consent. She started basically harassing the family. She started a fucking GoFundMe in their name. We don't know what happened to the money. Apparently it was taken down, but this is what Melissa's family has told us, or family and friend, or I think it was one of their family friends had told us, that she had started a GoFundMe in their name. And she was also saying that every bit of money that she made on her YouTube channel and from her merch was going to go to Melissa. They didn't see a fucking penny of it. She has pocketed it. She's still got these links and her PayPal and this stuff in her bio and all of her descriptions on the Melissa Dubane stuff on her YouTube. And Melissa's family haven't seen a fucking penny of it. Not one penny of it. When she got called out for that, she was like, I've only made $7 so far. If they want $7, they can fucking have it. And then she posted a video having a go at Melissa Dubane's family because they had said to her, can you please remove the videos, because they were super really, really fucking just tactless and tasteless and just vile. This is a femicide, and Amber was treating it just the way she was discussing it, the wording, the victim blaming, just how disgusting it was. She lied about knowing Melissa. She said that she had met Melissa when she had gone into hospital, but she never would have met Melissa because Melissa worked in was it oncology? No, wait, was it?
I think it was heart. What is it?
It was cardiology. She worked in cardiology, and Amber went in for gastro.
Yeah.
Yeah, for gastro. She never would have met Melissa. Like, and so she was doing all this shit. She then posted a video having a go at Melissa's family, saying, "It's my fucking right. It's in the amendment or whatever. It's fucking freedom of speech. I'm allowed to fucking record on this and report on this or whatever." And then she posted a fucking video with one of those apps that's like Speak to the Dead, and she basically was like contacting Melissa Jubain's ghost. And this is like literally like, I don't know, 3 days after Melissa had died. It was fucking unreal.
She didn't even have a funeral yet. She hadn't even had a funeral yet, and she
was gonna go to where Melissa's body was found and like do a ghost hunt there. Like, it was disgusting, absolutely fucking disgusting. And she's refusing to take them videos down because she's saying it's freedom of the press, even though she's not press. She's just a cunt. And
also, if that's freedom of speech and freedom of press, then what are we doing? Because
exactly,
it works both ways.
And so she got really annoyed because, and the thing is, we hadn't even we made a fucking, there was no way we were going to reach out to Melissa Jubain's family. Like, there was no way. We said it numerous times. They are grieving. There is no fucking way we're reaching out to the family. So we posted in the Facebook group and we were like, hey, just warning you about this. And so many people were like, she's asked us for money. She's been asking for donations. She started a GoFundMe. Like, she was trying to like get information from me. Like, and these are like Melissa Jubain's friends. Like, basically we put it in the group that we knew her family were in, but allowed them, if anyone wanted to comment, they could. If they didn't want to, then that was fine too. And so many people came to us and was like, oh my God, yeah, like, she was doing the most vile shit. Like, she's a fucking horrible person.
Yeah,
and so
everybody thought it was weird before we had even commented on it.
Yeah,
and then
we had just opened a discussion, apparently, because there were so many people that were already like tuned into it that the only thing that needed to happen was a discussion. Like, they just needed that outlet.
And so she's now homeless, or I don't know what's going on. She's still allowed to be in fucking women's shelters, like, even though she is a threat to fucking women. She's made that abundantly clear numerous times, and we've contacted these places and said she is literally threatening women with rape. Like, how are you allowing her around? She's recorded women in these shelters. Like, she's literally literally to this fucking day, she's still recording inside these fucking women's shelters and these domestic violence shelters. There's one video where she is actively recording like a woman who is like asleep. Like, she's done all of this shit. And then at one point she was put into this like motel, and so she was doing a live stream. And in this live stream, a 10-year-old dude, a 10-year-old child from Mongolia came in and was like, hi, I'm from Mongolia, I'm 10, I want to be a YouTuber too one day. And she was like, email me and I'll be your mentor.
Her face lit the fuck up. And also, she started like shouting out minors and being just like real creepy in their
going on to minors' lives and being like, hey, I'm gonna send you flowers for reaching 100 subscribers. What's your address? I'm gonna send you $100 and I'm gonna send you.
So she was making out she was famous.
Basically grooming, fucking predatory fucking groomer tactics, massively. And so she started doing all of that shit. It was fucking mental. We started calling her out, so we saw that she was in like these people's lives because she would call them out, and then we would click on them and realize these people are still live and Amber was still lurking in their streams. So we would like tell them, hey, this is the situation, and they were like, oh my God. And you know, that again we did on live stream. You can see the videos and stuff like that. And
she saw that and started trying to switch it around, saying that we were grooming, when you can see in the chat that we are like, hey, you're in danger, you need to ban this person. Like,
yeah. And so then she's posted a few videos since. So she obviously did like a community post where she's saying that she wants a young girl to plant her seed in, like, which is just fucking disgusting. I'm sorry, that's just fucking disgusting. Like, not only is that just misogynistic as fuck, but also the wording is fucking foul. Like, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
She posted a love song which is clearly about Sage, and then she posted a rap song which is clearly about Sage. She's obsessed with Sage. And what else has she been doing like more recently?
She's obsessed with Sage, and Sage is she's obsessed over Sage while Sage is busy getting engaged.
What else did she do recently? Right. So she moved into this motel, right? And then someone that we didn't know. We did not know this person. I had reached out to her months before just to try and see, like, you know, if she had spoke, because she was someone that apparently was like commenting and like she was one of the people that was apparently commenting. It was Amber, but Amber was basically saying that she was this person. So we had reached out to this person at one point or another, and we were just like, hey, like, this situation is going on, and this person was like, hey, yeah, I know it really fucking sucks, but I don't really want to be involved. And we were like, completely understand, that is fine, like, because we're never ever gonna force someone into this situation. We've had numerous people come to us with like we've had someone come to us talking about how Amber made them feel so scared that they had to fawn and be like, you know, please don't be mad at me, like I do like you, but like, you know. So she has made women feel very, very fucking scared recently. She's been recording children out in public, like, and then without their consent, taking photos of children and then posting them, being like, just met more of my fans. But like, so she was in this motel, and this woman that we had spoken to, like, just briefly, and said she didn't want to be involved, like, she had and I'm not going to mention any names, obviously, just for privacy reasons. She had also been moved into this motel, which was like a shelter for women, but it was like motel rooms, and Amber was there. Amber then decided to post the address and this woman's full name, and was like, she's been planted here by Keegan, Sage, and Jenn to stalk me, to follow me. And we didn't know this fucking woman. 2, we didn't know the fucking address. We didn't know where Amber was living. And 3, this fucking woman had no idea. So we contacted this woman and we were like, she's just doxed you and told like everyone where you are. And so this woman was like, oh my fucking God. So she went to management. And apparently there were so many reports from other women that were at this place, and they'd been reporting Amber for recording, they've been reporting Amber for making them uncomfortable, they've been reporting her for like just a fucking plethora of reasons. But like, they literally said when this person reported them, when this person reported Amber, the management literally turned around and was like, finally we can get her out, because she's actually broken like a rule now. Like, everything else we've had no proof of, but now we actually have proof and we can get her out. So she got kicked out. She basically was told, get the fuck out. But for some fucking reason, instead of her being like put on the fucking streets as she should be, she was put into another fucking homeless shelter for vulnerable women. Another one. And we have reached out to these fucking places and said, the women are at risk. She is filming inside these fucking locations. We don't know if any of the women that are staying there are running from like an abusive ex or anything like that. She's a sexual fucking predator. She's made it abundantly clear. She has threatened to rape women and murder women. And we have told you this numerous fucking times. She's just been kicked out for doxing a fucking woman and putting her at risk when she is like, you know, in a very vulnerable situation and like, you know, needs her fucking safety. And you've again you've put her in another fucking homeless shelter. And now she's planning on becoming a cop so she can arrest us. Now she's planning to become a cop so she can arrest us. Her most recent thing is she's saying that she's gonna become a cop. She's gonna arrest us personally. I don't think she knows how the law works because that's not how it fucking
And then
works.
she's gonna also take vlogs during her patrols and shit.
Yeah, she's gonna vlog her patrol. Yeah, she's gonna vlog her patrols. She's like, "Oh, YouTuber turned cop. Like, this has never happened before." And she's like tagging news stations. Like, it's fucking insane. And her most recent thing is she's just got a studio flat. I'm just gonna say it, right? If you have just given this fucking predator who has shown over and over and over again that she cannot be trusted around fucking women, if you have given her a fucking studio apartment to keep her off the fucking streets while women are still in these fucking homeless shelters and struggling, then you are fucked. You are fucked in the fucking head. I don't know whether you're doing it because I don't know why. I don't know what the fuck. Like, what does she have to do? Actually fucking rape someone? Actually fucking murder someone? Like, she's threatened to rape women, murder women. She's threatened, like, she's not even threatened. She's literally filmed fucking women in these places. She has doxed women that are staying in these fucking places. And yet she's still, here, have another place. You keep fucking up. You're a terrible fucking human being. You've broken all of our rules. But here, have another fucking studio apartment. So right now she's on Facebook scamming people, not only out of fucking money, but she's like, I'm moving into my studio apartment and I need essentials. The essentials she is asking for is a fucking expensive ass coffee maker, an air fryer, even though she's got a fucking oven, like stuff like that. It's just like, these are not essentials. Like, these are things that you have, like, you know, because, you know, oh, I kind of fancy like a nice cute little coffee machine. Like, you don't need a coffee machine, bitch. Get a fucking kettle. You don't need a fucking air fryer. Your studio apartment comes with a fucking oven. Like, what the fuck? And so she's like, I'm disabled and I'm in a wheelchair and I can't walk. But then in the next sentence, she's like, I'm training to become a cop. And someone commented and was like,
using her fake ass disability to get stuff, but also is claiming that she's gonna go to physical therapy but also she said before numerous times that they're gonna take her foot, but also suddenly she's healed.
She's also numerous times said that she's permanently disabled.
Multiple fucking
Even
times.
though she posts YouTube videos of her fucking walking around. Like, it is just a whole...
It's one or the other. You can't...
Man. And when I tell you, right, the things that we have told you today, like, that's not even the fucking half of it, right? That is literally, like, not even the cliff notes, because I know there is shit that we've forgotten. That is the fucking cliff notes.
When I say this is a synopsis, I mean this is a synopsis. Like,
this is the blurb on the back of the shitstorm book. Like, just if you want to fall down the fucking rabbit hole, go to our YouTubes. You can watch every single Stalker stream we have ever done, right from the very fucking beginning, before it even like got bad, when we actually first started reviewing her music and it was just like, oh, this is a bit of fun, just a reaction video. Like, if you want to watch it from that moment right up until the last Stalker stream, you can. It is literally just proof. It's literally just screenshots of everything she's posting, like videos, like statements from her victims, like it everything is there. Everything. I mean, there's got to be over 100 hours worth of content. If you want to fall down a fucking rabbit hole, it is all on YouTube. You can go and watch it. It is fucking insane. Absolutely insane. And this has been going on for so fucking long, and it's unreal. Her name is Amber Marie Byers. Okay, we don't know if that is her legal name, because we saw something that she posted maybe a week or so ago, and the name that was on it was her dead name, which is, I'm going to say it purely because I genuinely believe that there is something on her records that you should be able to look up, and if you want to look them up, you should be able to, if she hasn't actually legally changed her name. So that name is Andrew Mark Byers. She also goes by A. Marie, and at the moment on Facebook, she's going by, what is it?
Flowheart Agnes.
Flowheart Agnes, or Agnes Flowheart, like one of the fucking two. but she has numerous alt accounts. Just if you are a friend on our Facebook or on our Twitter, just know she's probably watching you too. Like it doesn't matter when I post a status, 5 minutes later this bitch will watch it. We have had to block so many accounts. It is exhausting. We had to go because the amount of shit that was happening, we were doing a fucking Stalker stream every day at the beginning. It was unreal. And then it got to the point where we were like, our mental health was so fucking bad. It was like, we need to do this like weekly. Like we can't keep doing this. We need to allocate it to one time a week, like, or we're gonna fucking die. We cannot keep this up. Hey lovelies, popping in here to let you know that we are currently fundraising for mind.org.uk, a mental health organisation based in the UK that have helped many people, myself being one of them, in their darkest hours. I know I tell you every stream to take your meds and hydrate, and that's because I do the exact same thing, and sometimes we need a reminder. And if it helps to normalise treating mental illness and remove any kind of stigma from being on medication, then we will always be there to remind you. Mind are an organisation that not only share invaluable information on mental health diagnoses, symptoms, advice on getting diagnosed, statistics surrounding mental health, and also host a ton of resources from DV hotlines to LGBTQ plus focused help. If you're struggling, they can be a massive help with helplines, text lines and chat lines and people on standby 24/7. There will be a link in the description box below, but in case you're the type to have a pen and paper handy or be at your desk with an open browser, you can donate by heading over to www.justgiving.com/page/thelilabides to make a donation. Every penny goes straight from Just Giving directly to Mind. You can check Mind out at mind.org.uk, and please remember that if you're in crisis, dial 999 or 911 if you're in the States, and please reach out to someone. You're loved, you're valued, and you deserve help and healing. Thank you, Mind, for all that you do. And with that, let's get back to the podcast. Like, genuinely can't keep it up. So we started doing them once a week. And then, like, if there was, like, if it was, like, if we got to that day of the week where we're meant to be doing a Stalker stream and we were just, like, our headspace was not in it, and we were just, like, we'd rather game, we're like, fuck it, do you know what? We'll do it, you know, in 2 weeks. And oh my god, there has been a few times where we've been like, we're skipping this week because we just need a fucking mental health break. And then we've gone to do it 2 weeks later and there is so much stuff and it's ended up being like an 8-hour stream or a 15-hour stream because there is so fucking much. Do you know how fucking much a person has to post for you to go through screenshots and it take nearly 15 hours? Do you fucking know?
Even with us, you know, stopping and like talking about it, there's still a lot.
Mm-hmm. It's absolutely ridiculous. There's so much.
Mm-hmm. So we all have we have all been, you know, we've all been in contact with our local police departments. They're aware of what's going on, but stalking laws are a fucking pain in the arse, okay? Especially because I'm in the UK and Sage and Jenn are in different states to Amber. So, and also women aren't taken seriously when it comes to stalking. Let's be so fucking for real. Like, we're not taken seriously when it comes to men that are stalking us. So when it comes to a trans woman that's stalking us, we're definitely not taken fucking seriously. And the situation that we're in now is that, like, we are basically, you know, keeping all this evidence so it's there if anything happens to us, and also it's being sent to the police. But we cannot get her arrested or do anything unless she actually comes to our state or comes to the country. Like, if she comes to the UK, I can call the police because they then have a file that they've been putting together that they haven't acted on. I'm losing my voice. But like, they've said to me, like, do you want us to do anything? And I'm like, I just want it on fucking record that this is happening, and I'm gonna send the evidence, keep it. And if she comes to the UK, then I can ring them and be like, she's come to the UK and she's threatening. Like, there's only one reason why she'd come to the UK. She's threatened before to come to the UK and kill me, blah, blah, blah. Like, good luck, bitch. Good luck lasting 5 minutes in Luton. I would love to see that happen. But, like, if I then made a call to my local police and be like, hey, this is the person, she's actually just come to the UK and made good on her threats, then, then they have something to act on. It's the same with Sage and it's the same with Jenn. We cannot do anything other than just keep blocking her. And she has accounts that we don't know about that allow her to continue watching our fucking Twitters, watching our fucking Facebooks. Like, we have the amount of accounts that we have blocked, and she still has fucking accounts watching us, and we don't know what they are.
No, we have no idea, or we would block those too.
And we shouldn't have to do that. We shouldn't have to block so many accounts. We shouldn't have to silence ourselves, or I'm sorry, I'm tired. We shouldn't have to put so much work just to keep her away from us. Like, it's unreal.
So be wary, because if we have had people that we are friends with, or who are part of the community, where she has actually tried reaching out to them, or she's followed them. Like, if you are part of the community, just be fucking wary. If you get some random person add you and it looks a little bit sus, like, we are actively trying our hardest to keep her away from you guys, especially because she has tried so many times to kind of get in contact with us via email, via Facebook, like, not even acting as her, but just pretending to be someone else, like as an alt account. Like, I've got no doubt she has tried getting into the Discord at some point, but luckily we have a lot of systems in place. Like, our Discord is 18 and plus, and because of that you need to verify with ID to make sure that you can actually get into the Discord, otherwise you ain't getting in, because it is an adults only space and it is a safe space. But it's fucking unreal. But I think we should end this with resources in case you are actually going through this yourself. So if you are in America, if you are at risk, I implore you to call the police, like, as soon as fucking possible. Make them aware of the situation, and make sure that even if they say you can't press charges, say you want them to make a note of it, and say that you also want them to make a note of the fact that they said that they couldn't do anything. That way, if anything does happen to you, they can be held accountable. Make sure that you keep screenshots of absolutely everything. Make sure that you keep a diary or a journal of absolutely everything. Make sure you have the dates there. Make sure that everything is collated and you have it ready to fucking go. Make sure that your friends and family are aware of the situation. Reach out to people. If you ever need to, speak about it, you can always contact one of us. We can give you any kind of advice. In America, if it's an emergency, I implore you to call, what is it over there, 911?
Yeah.
911. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's also Spark, which is Stalking Prevention Awareness and Resource Center. And you can contact them for just general inquiries at info@stalkingawareness.org, or you can contact Victim Connect at 1-855-4-VICTIM, which is 1-855-484-2846, or you can contact if this is an ex-partner, you can contact the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233, or if you need to speak to someone in Spanish, it's 1-800-787-3224, and the National Sexual Assault Hotline in America is 1-800-656-HOPE, which is 1-800-656-4673. Please speak out. I implore you. If you're in the UK and you are dealing with stalking, there are numerous resources available. If it is an emergency, call 999. If it is a non-emergency, then you can contact 101. You can also go to Susie Lampler, which is spelled SUZYLAMPLUGH.org. They're a trust which, help people that are dealing with stalking, and there is a quick exit option. So if someone is, with you or you're at risk and you need to leave the website instantly, you can click the quick exit and it will take you straight to Google. And if you would like to contact them, I'm losing my voice. Their helplines are open 9 a.m., 9:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. Monday and Wednesday, and 9:30 a.m. till 4 p.m. Tuesday, Thursday and Friday. They're not open on the weekends or bank holidays, but there are organisations that are, and you can contact them on 0808 802 0300. There are so many different organisations. You can also reach out to mind.uk.org and there will also be resources on there. I implore you to speak out about it. Stalking is something that a lot of people go through, but not a lot of people speak out about because it's, let's be real, it's not fucking taken seriously. It's not taken seriously by the fucking police. It's fucking impossible. Like, you can, you know, report it numerous fucking times and they'll be like, oh, well, if you're not at risk, like, if you're not genuinely at risk right now, if you're not at immediate risk, then there's nothing we can do. Fucking make sure that you open a case with them and say to them, not only do you want them to note down what is happening in case anything happens, and you want a link so you can provide them with screenshots or whatever is happening, even if that's screenshots of like numerous phone calls, or if it's videos of voicemails, or if it's Ring doorbell footage, anything that you have, fucking provide it to them. And also, if they tell you they cannot help you, tell them that you want them to make a note on your file that they are refusing to help you. Then if anything happens to you, they can be held accountable for negligence. Make sure that you do that. Make sure that you push and you say, if you are not going to help me, I would like you to make a note on my file that you have refused to help me in this situation. Do not let them give you a no for an answer at all.
Yeah, at all.
They need to be. They are meant to be.
Happens.
They are meant to be protecting you. And if they turn around and they say, "Well, you're not in immediate danger," blah blah blah, then say, "I want you to make a note that you have said you are not going to help me in this situation," because then, if anything does happen to you, the police can be held accountable for negligence. Stalking is fucking serious. It is draining. We are in a situation where we're kind of lucky because our stalker is skint and does not have the resources or the money to actually come and get us. There is not a doubt in my fucking mind that if this person had the means, they would have come to the UK and they would have gone to our respective states and our homes and they would have done something by now. I guarantee it. If she had the money, she would have made threats of rape and murder already.
Oh, 100%, yeah. I don't doubt it.
So, I mean, I don't know, you know, what's going to happen in the long run. I mean, even if this just brings awareness to the situation, again, if you want to see just the wealth of shit we have had to deal with since March of this year, you can go and view it all on YouTube. This is not something that is just like, oh, we've got this person and then they're a little bit obsessive. This is someone that has been like complete, just all encompassing. They have not left us alone. Like, to the point where there is not an hour that goes by where she hasn't fucking done something. She hasn't fucking posted something, or she hasn't made a threat, or she hasn't tried contacting us, or she hasn't, you know, stalked our social media. You know, the fact that we have over 100 hours worth of footage, which is just us going through screenshots, and that's like the minimum number. It's at least 100 hours. I don't know how many fucking hours it's been. But we have streams where we've covered it and it's been a 15-hour stream, or it's been an 8-hour stream. There's been numerous streams where it has gone past the 6-hour mark. And it's like, it's unreal. It's unreal. And that's not including the emergency streams we've had to do on it, where, you know, something bad has happened and it needed to be addressed then and there. You know? So
it's insane.
it is,
and it's incredibly
so
fucking
exhausting.
draining too.
Having someone, because this is the thing is, it gets to a point where, like, it's not just fucking words. You've got someone that is constantly threatening to rape you, constantly threatening to murder you, constantly making the most vile fucking comments and insinuations and allegations about our bodies, about what we do with our bodies, who we sleep with, like, stuff. It is just fucking draining. There are certain times where we, like, you know, drink and we have a laugh and we get through the fucking streams. It's not because we don't take it seriously. It's because if we fucking don't, we will lose our goddamn minds. If we don't have a few drinks and, like, let ourselves kind of, you know, laugh and be like, this is fucking ridiculous, like, we would just drown. It's absolutely fucking unreal.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a person that has our phone numbers, has our email addresses, got our email addresses by fucking by filing a claim on YouTube, and that way she got our email addresses, and then she messaged us like, lol, got your email address, made sexual comments to us, like, literally she got my email address to contact me about a YouTube copyright claim, and then in one of the messages she talks about wanting to eat me out and stuff like that. We then reported that, and I screenshot and I sent it to YouTube and was like, hey, you gave her my fucking email address and this is what I'm getting. And YouTube like, oopsie. We have made so many fucking reports of Amber posting the most vile shit to YouTube, and YouTube are just like, like, take it fucking seriously. Take it fucking seriously. Stalking is fucking exhausted. Like, when you hear us and we are run down and we are tired, like right now, like, we've been talking about this for, you know, a couple of hours. I'm losing my fucking voice. This is a short stream discussing Amber. This is a short podcast discussing Amber.
Yeah, and it's
try doing this for 8 hours.
It's exhausting.
Reading. Yeah, exactly. Reading for 8 hours about how someone wants to rape you, about how someone wants to murder you.
Yeah, that's exactly why we drink, and we try to have a laugh and be like, okay, yeah, sure. You know, because if not, we would go fucking mentally insane.
Mm-hmm. Like, we have had, do you know, if we were dealing with this solo, I don't think we'd be alive.
I don't think so.
We are so lucky that all three of us have this shared experience, because we can lean on one another, and when things get a little bit, you know, too much, someone else can take up, you know, the mantle and be like, right, I can deal with this, or I can read, like, I can go through these next screenshots because this is clearly getting to you. Like, we have that bond and we have that connection where we're each other's support system.
Yeah,
exactly. If we were going through this on our own, I can genuinely say there are times when there has just been stuff that has been said or that has been done where we have all at numerous points since March, since the stalking started, I can tell you with 100% certainty, at least at one point, me, Jen and Sage have all had the same thought, and that has been to end our lives.
Mm-hmm.
At some point or another, it has got so bad where we have been like, I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm so tired.
Well, so yeah, each of us have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So please be safe, and if you are dealing with this on your own, please reach out. You don't have to reach out to us. Reach out to a friend. Reach out to family. Let people know. Be loud. Be as loud as you fucking well can. Do not let these people operate in silence. Do not let them scare you. Make sure that people are aware of what you are going through. So if you trust your neighbours, tell your neighbours so they can keep an eye out. Tell the police. Be fucking loud about it. Be loud about it. Make people aware. And also make sure that you keep a log of absolutely fucking everything.
Mm-hmm.
And do what you need to stay safe. If you are over the age of 18 and you need to be if you would like to join the Discord, which is a safe space, you can always contact one of us on social media. There is a verification process, obviously, to make sure that you are over the age of 18. We do not have minors in our Discord. at all. But if you would like to join the Discord, then please contact one of us on our socials. And if you have any questions or you're going through a similar situation, then please don't hesitate to reach out. There are resources out there, and do not let the police fob you off because they think that it's not fucking important, or it's not scary, or it's not bad enough, or it's not, because they don't fucking realise like that after like 8 months of it, you get to the point where you are just like, I'm done. It's you know what the risk is. You know what the risk is.
It gets to a point where you can't ignore it anymore.
Yeah, don't let the police turn around and tell you like, oh, well, you're not at immediate risk. If you feel at fucking risk in any way, shape or form, they need to take it seriously. And if they refuse to take it seriously, they can fucking write down on your report that they refuse to take it seriously. So then if something does fucking happen, they can be held accountable, because stalking laws need to fucking change. People need to be held accountable. The police need to be held accountable, and stalkers need to stop. Stalkers need to be taken fucking seriously.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. We know this has been a little bit of a change of pace, but it was something that we needed to talk about. If you follow us on Twitch, then you obviously will have seen or known about this situation, but it is a cause that is close to our hearts and something that we are currently going through, and something that you will probably see a lot more of if you are following us on our socials, or if you continue to follow the podcast. We thought you deserved a little bit of context if we were to bring up any situation regarding our stalker. But thank you so much for listening. We love you guys so much. And we will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.